You're on.
All right, good evening, everyone. It is 5:30 on Tuesday, December 9th. This is our special select board meeting to go through our budgets. We have a full board tonight. See, I started with Kurt last time, so it's Sharon Russell, Matt Getty, Mary Ashcroft, Joe DiNardo, and Kurt Hathaway, who didn't bring supper for us, but that's okay.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't bring supper for myself.
Put the candy on.
Should have let me know. I'd have made it meatball smoked for you.
I haven't eaten
So,
since 4:30
We
this
could
morning.
all rise and join me for the pledge of
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Boss, you're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make.
All right, are there any board member announcements? Board member announcements. I'll take that as a no. Update from the select board chair. I do have one thing that I want to make sure I do before I forget it. With the departure of Susan at the end of this month, there will need to be another signature in case of an emergency for our TD bank accounts. So, the suggestion is that Bill Sweet, our town administrator, be authorized in addition to Carrie Clark and Deb Hall. So what do you think?
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Good.
All right, so I'll entertain a motion to authorize Bill and have me sign the banking resolution on the board. Motion's made and seconded to do so. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Right.
Aye. Motion carries 4-5. Nothing. This is Carrie's, right?
Yes.
Do you want to take it though, so I don't run away with it?
Somewhere safe.
I do not have both of them now.
At a normal meeting.
Hmm?
He said he didn't have a folder. It's not a normal meeting.
Any questions from the floor or public comment? No. Okay, good. All right. So we're going to meet with department heads in order. My suggestion is if we should finish with someone early, we start taking a look at parts of the general budget in between people, but unless they're all here and we can just go through. So we'll start with Dave Sears. Highway budget. Good evening.
All right, so I guess we'll start at the top with the income line. Vermont state aid, put in 120,000. It's been plus or minus 120,000 for several years, so probably a safe bet. Go down to state grants. There's 200,000 in there. That's 200,000 for the Stratton Road culvert project. Put an asterisk next to that because we'll be talking about that here in a couple more minutes.
100,000 for that? Or 200 for that?
200 for
The whole thing. Okay.
That's for the grant.
Okay.
And that's the maximum.
That's the maximum.
They don't look at the cost of the project.
No.
This is all you get.
And then we move down to expenses, winter de-icer, I raised that $5,000. That's a 3.8% increase. I came here in 2022. In 2021, it was 130,000. So it's been that way for 4 or 5 years now, at least. Price of salt's gone up substantially since I've been here, and even more substantially since 21. Winter equipment rentals and utilities. Equipment rentals is flat. Salt shed utilities went up to 900. As you can see, the previous year we spent 895. So hopefully we're still on those lines. Winter supplies, stayed the same. Winter miscellaneous, I went up 500. Just for plow edges and stuff like that. And we skipped down to, hot mix, cold mix, that's for patching our ditches and potholes and so on and so forth. That's level. Equipment rentals, level. Garage utilities, we're in the ballpark there. Summer supplies is level. New equipment. That's up $14,502 and change. We talked about this a couple meetings ago. I'm looking at doing some weather stations around town. Five units in strategic locations so we can get decent grip on what's happening where and when around the town. It's got photo capabilities. It's got some AI stuff to it because it can actually learn from weather and how what's happened in the past and predict what's going to happen in the future. They're $3,200 a piece per year for the subscription. The equipment is theirs. If it breaks, they fix it at no cost to us for the subscription. So they do give you a break at multiple units in multiple years. So this $14,000 number is for 3 years. So I went with a 5-unit 3-year to try to get the breaks, and it's about $5,000 off the cost of the entire subscription. And it's 16,000, but I left in the 2,000 that was in there from previous years for new equipment. So keep moving. Okay. Signs and barricades stayed the same. Now we come to the culvert replacement with the asterisk that I asked you for a couple minutes ago. I added 150,000 into the line itself from the budget to cover the 300,000 that's needed to close out. Plus we brought down the 200,000 from above to make the math and all work out right. So that's how we get 350,000, but there's actually 150,000 to pay for half of our remaining above. Man, I said that right.
What if we don't get the grant?
We have it.
We already do?
We have it.
Yes.
It's gonna be great if it was like late ones.
So I talked to him today, he called me like this afternoon. I don't want to get out sidetracked because it's kind of a different thing, but he's looking at fitting it sometime middle of January, because he can say he had some crazy number like 13 or 14 bids opening around on the 18th of December. And one day there's like 13 or 14 bids going. So he's like, I mean, we'll hold it till January.
Yeah. Are we not to go, like, are we still going with us purchasing the culvert or something?
He's got that all paired out and everything. He's sending, I talked to him late in the afternoon, like right at 2 o'clock. He was going to send some stuff to Bill and myself, which is the final bill for. There's a little bit of holdback on the south end sewer project, but it's a final bill from Casella for that. And then some of this stuff. So that should be in my inbox by now. Moving down to miscellaneous. I went up $1,000 from 2,000 to 3,000. Retreatment, aka paving.
Oh. Okay.
I use that quite a bit for uniforms. I use it for a lot of stuff. It's miscellaneous. It gets used a lot. And then retreatment, aka paving. I added 50,000 to this. It's a 20% increase. Back in 2021, it was 300,000, and then it got reduced to 250. I'm not sure when or why, but it did. So, pavement isn't getting any cheaper, and trying to do more with less is not as easy as it sounds. Road project equipment rentals is at 15,000 level funded. Materials is level funded, and line striping is level funded also. And we get into, skip a whole section there, and then we end up down at Social Security, municipal retirement. Do I have I don't think I have the updated numbers on these. Okay, so I do have the updated numbers. So Social Security is 19,200. Municipal retirement is 22,000. Health insurance is 181,000.
Even?
Yes. And then training is level funded at 3,500. A bunch of stuff down to engineering services, level at 30,000. Winter contractors is level at 65,000. You can see last year we went a little bit over that. And we were into the bonus call outs for them. We went over the 40. So road commissioner salary is 72,979.
72.
72,979.
Mary, you should have had a whole set of current sheets on your desk.
I was working right down through the pile.
Your agenda doesn't have, there you go.
Exactly. That was the pile I was working down through.
That's
Is
the-
there a different pile?
No, but they should have, all these numbers should be filled in on it.
Well, what I have for road commissioner salary is 73,703.
Interesting. No, that is in it.
Yeah,
All right, what'd you guys do?
Yeah, mine's right.
What'd you get? 72?
Yeah, 70, yeah, it's 72.
We got lots of stacks. That's okay.
Oh, no, I need
Yeah,
my
keep
notes.
going. You're making notes. Then you'll be looking for your notes later.
Fine. All right.
Ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Full-time position 1 is 54,734. Full-time position 2 is 53,518. See, now I'm doing it to myself.
This is the first time.
Yeah.
We'll get better as we
Oh,
go
yeah.
along. Yeah.
Who's that last page somewhere?
Wait, do the general.
Okay, there we go. Back on track. Communications is level funded at 7,000. Vehicle fuel is level funded at 20,000. Vehicle equipment and maintenance. I raised 5,000, 40,000. Because we're doing much of our own work in-house now. Anything super major goes out, but for the most part, we're doing everything ourselves. And we're buying a lot more parts and so on and so forth. Full-time position 3 is 50,50753. Overtime is level at 8,000. On-call pay is level at 5,200. Building maintenance is I raised that $2,500 from 5,000 to 7,500, just so we can keep up on the maintenance around the building. Kicking the maintenance can down the road is never good. Class 4 roads is level at 3,000, and the child care contribution is $1,079. Grand total for the expenses is $1,525,432.
Yeah,
I don't have the same thing.
Wait, no, wrong page.
Maybe we should all double check the math. There's a lot of us.
$1,531,866.
Bottom number is the amount to be raised by taxes is the 121,865,81. And that,
1,211,865,81.
yeah,
865,81.
that deducts the the 320. That's why we added the bigger number to the
Yeah.
culvert to make it come out right.
Yeah.
There were several drafts in my head before we got there.
So. the biggie on. I get the culvert replacement and the money's in hand,
All but 150.
and 150 we have to pay for ourselves.
So,
No, we have to come up with.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we put 150 in the
On top of.
budget and there'll be 150 above that. Because our share is 300,000.
We got that in carryover.
Gotcha.
That's what we're
So-
anticipating, yeah.
Is carryover's not here anywhere?
No, it doesn't show, it never shows up
show.
on the budget, no.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the last period was. See, I wanted to talk.
Three something, yeah.
So-
Dave, do you know what you got left in the carryover? It's around 3, isn't it?
333 something.
Yeah, so there's a little cushion there, so that's what we anticipated using for the. And this culvert will be done sometime probably in August when,
It's through September.
yeah, when the
If you have
state
water
says
by
we can go
October
drain the
anyway.
brook.
So you'll use another 150,000 of the 333.
Correct.
You know, back to our auditor likes us to pay that down.
Yeah, so,
Why are you carrying? What's,
because we haven't spent it.
Because we have.
We just haven't earmarked it for anything
Right.
over there, so we are trying to get it down.
so, for example,
We like to keep it for these types of projects.
Yeah,
That way we're not asking the public to raise all the funds for culvert. Like we got another one that's gonna be on Coal River Road that might either need a major rehab or replacement, which is gonna be another $500,000. So I know the auditor likes to pay it down, but
yeah,
it allows us to have almost like a little structure replacement fund that we can buffer our budgets with that way.
or when you spend $87,000 in maintenance because trucks keep breaking down, you don't.
Or, $75,000 more than.
Right.
budgeted for salt.
Right, right. So that's, I understand their side of it, but if that were to get down to zero, we would be in trouble.
Mhm.
So,
With a little bit of cushion.
then the weather stations.
I like the idea, but
I'd be for budgeting it and exploring more options to see if there is something that's more affordable.
But this sounds like a 5-year price,
5 or 3.
Three.
3-year
Price.
price.
Yeah.
Well, this is,
5 units for 3 years.
yeah, but this is per year. The 14,000 per year for 3 years.
Yes,
Every 3.
yeah.
For 3 years. So I'd be okay with budgeting the number, not saying pull the trigger on them.
I'm not signing the contract yet until we,
And figure out if there's something out there that's a little bit more affordable that might be able to fit us a little bit better.
We got nothing to work with.
do you feel strongly enough about them to take them out of carryover funds?
So, I just,
That was how you really felt.
well, that's me, but, worry that we might just start dipping into things. A little here, a little there, and then Dave's gonna wake up one morning and need 50,000 and we got 10.
That's an ongoing expense if we go that route. So
What?
Yeah,
that's gonna be an ongoing expense if we go that route. So it doesn't really make sense to go to carryover.
Right.
Yeah.
What
You're helping them.
I'm missing.
Weather stations.
Oh,
It's kind of like, What is the other thing we're doing? Part of communication is the truck
All the radios of the dash cams.
dash cams and stuff. So they were part of the, we got those through the grant.
VLCT.
Oh, yeah.
And but the ongoing cost, it's not as much as the,
Over 2 years, we got a year for free.
Huh?
Over 2 years, I got us a year for free.
good, yeah, so it wasn't too bad. So, but
Not to drag anybody else down the pipe with me, but Bill's looking at putting up some speed signs that we could dovetail this with, and we could mount our stuff. We could work together and put them in places where you would like to have speed signs, and they would be advantageous to us, and we could put it all together in one package.
and if we don't, I guess if you don't spend it, it's there. You know, if you,
We'll spend it on the next culvert.
or it'll be, you know, I mean, I'm okay with it.
Well, you guys get to the carryover, so
Huh?
you do have the carryover options. So.
I mean, we,
Look at the big smile.
Well,
we
Now
have,
we got carryover.
like, I don't wanna be pessimistic, but in the next 10 years, there's gonna be a lot of bigger structures that are gonna have to get done in this town, which are $300,000 to $600,000 a piece.
Well, we just found out about that with the South End Sewer Project, so.
yeah, so hopefully
Unfortunately,
we don't
that
have any
was
more of those
separate.
things hiding in the weeds.
Yeah. Having a little carryover is never a bad thing.
Questions, folks?
Need a motion.
Sure, that would be good.
Don't you approve the highway budget? That's
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the highway budget. Is there any further discussion?
We don't have to include the ballot item in any of this. We can do that between now and when ballot items are ready.
Yeah,
Okay,
we talked about that.
we'll talk about ballot item later. I'll try to make this as quick as can. Hey, we've done pretty good. We're only 21 minutes.
So do we know what the percentage is? I know we haven't been putting percentages down. until we
So,
Put
The
everything.
total, the totals page doesn't factor in, it does factor in income, but as a total for the entire municipal budget. So
Oh.
I don't break down by department.
Okay,
Because we took out all those calculations last year because we didn't like, they didn't like the way they were looking.
It's about a 30%
So-
increase. If
That's
you
the
figure
culvert.
if you figure
Yeah.
1.1 million to 1.5 million, it's 400,000. And that's just about a third
Well,
of one
it's
point.
37% from 1.1 to 1.5, but that doesn't factor in the grant
Grant money, right?
reimbursement, right?
Right, if you look at the net.
And if you look at the net,
22%.
the net's up, what?
That's culvert, and the rest is health insurance.
Yeah.
The net's up about 215,000, so that's about
um,
20%.
let me go to health insurance for a minute.
220.
Was there a buyout?
No, that's just.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
30 of it's like.
Okay, so motion's been made and seconded to approve the highway budget as proposed for 1,531,866 less the income proposed to bring it to a net total of 1,211,865.81. All set to
How
vote?
the hell do we get that 81?
Oh, no, I wasn't gonna ask.
How did you get 81 cents in there? We didn't have 81 cents anywhere.
You're right.
Yeah.
There's no
There was
cents.
53 cents somewhere.
Really?
I thought I just saw on the spreadsheet. I don't think it goes out that far on our printout,
No.
but it's probably in the labor calculations.
Well, the reason I say that is because the 1,531,866 is an even number, and we deduct 320,000. So it should be an even
There you
number
go.
at the end, right, Bill?
There you go.
Thank you.
Deleted some sense.
866.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at all the money we're saving these taxpayers.
I went up
More than 19 cents in
Long
here.
as somebody understands it.
Change decimal, the number of decimal locations, they find.
It went up 19 cents.
It went up 19 cents. All
Right.
right, we better vote on it before it goes up
You
some
know,
more.
Sometimes I wonder about the computer program. You know, Bill?
It's that's an unrounded number.
Yeah.
Calculations above, so, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you've looked at your social security statement, but it states right on it that they always round down for the benefits you're receiving. They round down to the nearest whole
Of course.
number. Those buzzards.
I wonder who gets a bonus every year off that.
Yeah, really. Okay, all in favor of approving the highway budget as presented, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 5-0.
One of the other things we should, for the next time our representatives come in to talk with us,
Yeah.
is, having them work to raise the ceiling on the structures grant. That's a great staff at 200,000.
How long have they been at 200,000?
For as long as I've been on the board,
Yeah, I think it's been a long time.
10 years.
I think Robert was saying when he first started with state projects, they were at 180 and then they got bumped to 200 not long after that, and they've been stuck right there.
Because the 200 came a lot closer to covering town line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a bit similar project. Actually, I think that's a bigger project.
Yeah.
So
We need to put on some future budget the requests for department increases to depreciation funds.
Okay.
Just so we don't forget it, and we need to do it in time so we can talk about it before
Future agendas?
select board agenda. We need it on a select board agenda so we can do that.
Yeah.
We don't have time to do it tonight.
do we have any pending increases this year?
Are you looking, oh,
Nobody's asking for an increase at this point.
not yet, no,
Not yet, okay.
No.
I was gonna say, did I miss something?
no,
No.
We bumped last year.
We did them last year.
okay, all right. So, but it sounded like you were about ready to ask for one. Oh, okay, for highway.
No, we did it last year. We're not doing it yet.
We can dive in.
19 cents, that's it. You got that.
The ballot item would be for purchase of an excavator.
Oh, gotcha,
Rather
okay.
than deplete the carryover to nothing. I would like to see a ballot item. And let the voters choose if they want to spend the money to buy a machine.
Oh, I see what you're saying, okay.
And I think that's a good way to go about it.
All right, so we do need to put ballot items on.
Carrie will have to give us a deadline. Anybody know the deadline?
We have the window for pre-town meeting,
Okay,
so, that's gonna be anytime after January 20th.
Okay,
but before,
Not, much longer than that, so.
okay.
Well, there's January 20th, then there's the meeting next week, but I think it's that week or the next week. We have those 2 weeks, so we can do it.
December 30th
January 30th?
for your discussion of the separate ballot item for the.
Oh, yeah, that was
excavator.
fine. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we'll have numbers for you by then.
okay,
And then that would be presented at the pre-town meeting whenever we decide to do it. And we've always, in the past, we've done pre-town meetings in conjunction with a board meeting, if we have to. Try to limit the number of Tuesday nights we're here. Or there. So I would tentatively look for the 27th, if that works, for a pre-town meeting.
oh, for the pre-town meeting?
Yeah.
I don't know, Carrie's got to count the.
Yeah.
And right, we have to make sure we have everything ready at the prior meeting.
The 13th, we would have to have,
Yeah,
or that meeting, because you want stuff printed for that meeting. So we'd want to have everything,
Yes.
ballot items. Anything for ballot items should be to us by the 13th of January.
well, I just said we should take it up on December 30th.
Yeah.
And you said yes, so which is it?
Well, that's us, but if there's anybody else out with ballot items, the 13th would be the
Let's just put
deadline.
it this way, the sooner the better.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So-
Joey and Mary, there's two deadlines. I believe when I talked to Bill, it was, we could go ahead and have the pre-town meeting within the week of the 20th. We wouldn't have names, which we never do for the ballot, but the deadline for the articles, that's why you would need it on the 20th, because the deadline is that Friday before, I think. That's what I read.
Right, so if we have them by the 13th, we'll be okay, right? And then have the meeting on the 27th. Would that work, Carrie? If anybody has anything for a ballot item, January 13th. Which
You mean
is,
for like internal people, right? Because everybody else has until that Friday.
right, but for us, so the board can review them and put them on there, and
Yeah.
then have our pre-town meeting the 27th before the town meeting, or our board meeting and town meeting.
When is that? When is that?
Well, if we
We're
did,
looking at the calendar.
we're looking at calendar, the January, so that if we had the pre-town meeting on the 27th and have our board meeting at 5 o'clock, and then the pre-town meeting would be, are we first, Bill? We don't know, no idea.
No,
No, we're not.
we're not.
All right, so we'd have a couple
Carrie,
hours.
does that work for your timing? If we do it January 27th, the pre-town meeting?
Yeah, I think so, because the people, like, if you wanted to run on the ballot, they are due, believe that Monday. I think that Monday's the 23rd, maybe?
Friday's the 23rd.
Friday's the 23rd, so it's due that following Monday. Is it the 26th? Let's see,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, we don't need the names to do pre-town meeting. We have
We
the
don't.
positions. That's why I said we could do it earlier. Plus, I know that this gets into the time crunch of the town report, right, Bill?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so,
And
Does
we
the
need
27th work,
signatures
Bill?
for the town report.
I don't have dates from them yet.
okay, so it's all on hold, so we can't do anything until we find out what the printer can do.
That should be coming pretty soon. She's pretty good
Alright.
about that, so.
We should know by our next, well, maybe next week, it'll be good. Okay. I think we're finished.
No,
All right.
I mean, we probably talk about it Tuesday.
Go home, get
Okay,
some
good.
sleep. All
And we're gonna need it.
right, thanks, Dave.
All right. I'll
Okay,
find for you guys. Go get
recreation,
'em.
Mike Rowe.
Of course, I thought you were going like Bart.
Wow.
Ready? Good.
You're good.
All right, so starting right at the top, the anticipated, is the top column. For what we're anticipating for revenue for, the year. And we factored about 35,000 for revenue for the year. And you can look at each one that we went across from the year before, and our participation has kind of been up, and the fees at the pool are going up, so that's going to increase. I should say the fees for the pool are going up for non-residents only.
Okay.
Residents are staying exactly status quo for like the past 20-something years, which is great. All right, then we move down to our expenses part. Are we good with the income part?
Yeah.
Expenses part, the director is 5150. Oh, my favorite albums.
51.5.
51.5.
Yeah.
Thank you. Then the pool staff, we changed that to pool lifeguards and pool staff because we are adding an aquatics director that will be monitoring swim lessons at the pool, training our lifeguards, recertifying our lifeguards. So we took the money from maintenance labor and moved it up there for that. And our lifeguards and that was up about a $4,500 increase. With what that person will pay. Well, we'll pay that person, I'm sorry. for that position. It's about $4,000 for the summer. Our lifeguards will be getting a bump and a raise because minimum wage went up. So that means our wages will go up, but I feel comfortable we have enough in there. I think I increased it by, no, I kept it the same or increased it. I increased it by $1,000, I believe. So we have enough to cover the increases for the lifeguard wages.
So you're changing that to say,
I'm not changing anything. The numbers, everything is going to be able to be accomplished in our numbers that we have. I'm not changing any. Our maintenance labor went from 12.5 down to 9.5. 40 for the person that will be mowing over at Dewey. It's a total budget of about $6,500 to have the person working at Dewey from April 1st to November 1st. That all outlined if you want that, how it's all figured out. I have it all outlined. I can make copies and give them to you next board meeting. So for example, there are 15 out from the 1st of April to 1st of July. They're 15 hours a week, 20 hours, $20 per hour. It's 300 per week. 13 weeks, $3,900. From 7/1 to 11/1, it's 8 hours per week, same fee, and it comes down to a total for about 16 weeks, comes down to $25.60 for that. The reason is that once games are over, it's basically mowing and maintaining the park. The extra hours are for spring cleanup or cleanup, and for lining for all the games that we have, which takes time. So that's why the hours are bigger at the beginning and then they're not in the afternoon. So I have somebody in mind for that position already, as well as the aquatics person at the pool, which happens to be a Rutland Town resident, a former head lifeguard at the pool, and the whole family has worked at the pool. So, and she's very interested in doing that. So hopefully that'll be a win-win because of the staffing issues that are now present for lifeguards in our area. Okay. Then umpires and referees, they go up like everything else. You want to keep them, you need to pay them. So that went up. Social Security came out to 10,000 for my calculation, or what I had gotten from Carrie. It came to about $10,000 for that for Social Security. For electricity, that goes up too, so it went up to 9,500. Telephone and internet, we brought that up a little bit. Because even though we are on a consistent one, we did not factor in always the cell phone that is the rec number. So that's in there. Water, that stayed the same. Chemicals, as we know, everything goes up, so does chemicals. Chemicals went up this year more than before because we might be doing some additional spraying or pesticides, and chlorine has gone up a tremendous amount. Supplies maintenance went up $1,000.
Moved $1,000.
We moved $1,000. Sorry, thanks. The bill has all that. We moved $1,000 over to supplies maintenance. On the second side, we took supplies miscellaneous and we moved that, getting rid of that line item, and we're moving it to a strict miscellaneous account, which is down lower. So we're accumulating a supplies miscellaneous and another miscellaneous account. We're making it one account. Okay. We just took the numbers that were there and made it. So that's later on down. Plumbing, we did the same thing for plumbing. Rather than a Dewey Field plumbing and a Northwood plumbing, we are combining to a plumbing, and we took the same money that we had and just made it into that account. Does that make sense? Okay. Gas and oil. We went up. The little red truck gets driven a lot more, and the little red truck loves gas. So with that being around, unless of course you want to pay me for gas in my vehicle, that's okay too. Equipment maintenance, we went to 1,000. We stayed there from the last budget. New equipment stayed the same. Athletic equipment stayed the same. Social activities, that is the senior account, and also our social activities such as the Halloween party and all the other some of the activities that we do within the town that are sponsored. That's also funding our summer concert series at the pool this summer. We have 3 weekends of musicians coming in, playing on Sunday nights. They're already booked for this summer, so we're gonna give that a whirl. So they're not cheap and hoping to do that.
Townwide celebration.
Townwide celebration was not talked about as far as if I have that in my line item or not. That was always,
In the
when we
general
talked about it, it was in the general fund.
The general.
Yep.
Eventually, we probably should move it over.
And that's, if that's what you guys choose to do. Memberships, if we have a team that plays in a different league, there's a membership that goes with that. For our sporting event, advertising stayed the same. Like I said, the miscellaneous, which is 3,000, was taking the other miscellaneous 1,000, adding it, so it's 3,000 rather than that. That potentially could be also for background checks and any courses or whatever we need to pay for, which we can then break out into different line items, because we had that for a conversation at our meeting, but for the time being, we left it that. Food is there at 7, that stayed the same. Concession equipment stayed the same. Repairs stayed the same. Municipal retirement is 4,800. The childcare contribution was 557. Then the one that's blank is the last one, which is health insurance. When we created the position, we didn't put a health insurance on there. So I don't know what you want to put on there. The budget for that. So my budget is going to jump up. So there's no health insurance, like if being a full-time employee, I mean, I take my wife's,
Okay,
but there's no, so let's say that my wife fell through and I needed health insurance. Being a full-time employee, it has to be there somewhere, correct?
So under the new policy, you would be eligible for buyout.
Correct.
Go on hers, you would get 2-person rate, so we know what that is, we can plug it in.
Correct.
I guess if you just don't put it in for it, then I guess we wouldn't pay it, but policy is you would be eligible for the 2-person. So that's a fixed number.
So all I'm saying is, and I'll be perfectly honest, my intent was not really ever to take it. However, if for some reason I needed it and it's not there, then we're going to deficit spend. Well, kicking money back into the capital improvement fund is not a bad thing all the time, as we have found recently with our recent projects. So it's up to you if you want to put it in there. I don't know where I'm going to be in 6 months. Maybe I'll need health insurance for my wife and I don't know that. I don't think I will.
What
But I
is
don't know
the
if you, that's up to
2%?
you what you want to do. 2-person is 38 or 33. Wait a minute, I have it right here. I have the chart.
And then it's half of that. Can we budget for it or no? Is the question. Or do we just say,
You could take the buyout?
I don't know what's going to happen in 6 months, Kurt. I'm not intending to.
Are you gonna take the health insurance buyout?
I'm not intending to.
So you
I'm not intending
would-
to, because
you
I
would
think
have
that's
to
kind of
do it-
unfair to the taxpayers,
well, unless,
in my mind.
unless there were a
Extenuating,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
So you can either put it in,
My thought is we'll budget for what his buyout would be,
Yeah,
and then if you ever need it,
right, that's my
then
point.
at least we'll
That's
have
kind of what
At
half of it.
least you'll have half of it.
Yeah.
That's what
I was thinking.
Good thought. That's my,
For it, if he needs it, then
that's my point. I would rather have something there than
We
nothing.
need to be consistent across, so I think we've budgeted for it in other departments.
pretty much all the
Yeah,
full-time
so we
employees
probably
have
should
the
budget
option
for it
of
here as
insurance.
well, yeah. So
Where's the?
how much?
Right.
So it's.
Well, the rate
What
it says for a 2-person is, if I'm looking at the right line item, it was like 2818. And then you times that by,
28, oh, that's,
yeah, that's the monthly payment.
Yeah, it's 28.
The 281886. Sorry, Joe, 281886. So times 12, what is it, 33 something?
26, 32 divided by 2. $16,913.16.
That's the half, but if you're gonna budget the whole,
no,
okay, you budget.
that's the buyout.
Right.
And there you go.
So we
So
budgeted
it's 16,000.
And if you end up needing it.
almost 17,000, 16,913.16.
But I'd rather not.
You won't be that far into it.
What would you like to put on the sheet?
But
That's my point.
Thank you.
Exact number?
16,913.16. Person health insurance.
Mike doesn't deal in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, we could take off the 16 cents.
You could do that.
60 cents.
This almost 60
cents
cents.
of hiding.
60 cents. We could donate it to charity like they do when you go to the bank now. Do you want to donate your round up to $1? They round up, do you want to donate the extra? Yeah, sure. Why
So
not?
security rounds down.
I didn't know that. That's very interesting.
Not surprised.
No.
I'm surprised they don't round down to the closest 100.
Hey, easy now. There's a couple people here that are getting ready to take that.
What's the number, Bill? Without the, as rounded,
The total
Yeah.
is 232,970
232,970,
and the net is 197,570.
7,570, and those are all rounded.
All right, and that is a 9.6%
32
increase.
what?
232,970.
And then what's the overall
197,570. 9.6% increase.
Well, I can't see us doing it for other departments and not doing it for rec, so.
I think rec is the only one that doesn't actually have any health insurance budgeted already.
Because we've never.
So-
Because we know,
Right.
exactly.
That's right.
And this is a one-time, so it won't,
No,
meaning,
sure.
it will be in the budget moving forward, so
right.
it won't jump that much. That's what I'm
Right.
trying to say.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
know.
it came out wrong.
Okay, so we've got the numbers, 232,970, and then less the anticipated income, 197,570. Is there a motion?
That's the amount to be raised.
Move to accept.
Motion's been made to accept the proposed budget. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded. Discussion. If not, all in favor, please say aye. Aye, motion carries 5-0. Okay,
Linda said something about maybe an update on the tractor, so we didn't hear anything from Dave, anything from anybody. Okay.
okay. So that takes care of action item C.
They said it might be a little while.
Yeah.
I had talked to Dave yesterday and just made sure he was up to speed with everything with that, what was going on. And he was gonna look in to see if there's someplace he could rent something for plowing sidewalks.
Okay, yeah.
So I figured we'll, not to prolong this meeting, we'll talk about it next Tuesday. He's found him.
Can I ask one thing before I'm all done, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any way, I always thought for a long, long time, and don't shoot messenger, I feel that at town meeting, we as department head should present our budgets
I agree.
to the public. We should stand up there and talk, and I just
I
said
have-
something I firmly
made this
believe that we should do
suggestion.
that.
I made this suggestion when I was fire chief.
I disagree.
Well,
I would,
the reason I like this, I agree with Mike, is you put the budget together with a committee. And I think it's a good time for the department heads to be exposed in that setting to the public and answer, because
I have the opposite.
I know, but the thing with it is I know we're
When you get
responsible.
to me.
We're responsible for the budgets as a board, and I understand it, and my name will be signed there with the other four. The thing is we always have to refer back to the department heads to answer the questions anyway. So
it's just
I
a
like to see them
suggestion.
So
take the
who
heat.
does the general then? Because there is no department head.
Well, you could all do it.
Well,
Or are you gonna parcel out?
we can, or we can
to
allow the
like,
board chair as our
transportation heads?
department head.
So you guys all get off the floor. But I was
I'll do the general. I'll do the general.
I know, we
I don't
end up
mind.
splitting it. Yeah, I don't mind either. And it's always been my feeling that the board needs to own the budgets. And
And,
so we
and we
need
do when we
to,
sign for 'em.
and we do need to present them to the voters so they understand that we're behind them and we know what we're asking them to do.
Yeah.
That's my, I don't know how other people.
Committee members can say.
What I would like is if, because recreation's mine. Mike could be up there since I haven't got to yell at him across the.
Just, I don't,
and I
we could
know
try
I-
it one year, Mary.
It's just a suggestion. I didn't mean to take any
No,
more
I did
time.
the same thing, Mike.
I just
To
think,
present my own
I,
budget. And Stan told me no.
that's my fault.
I mean, I'm okay with sitting there. and not-
Hey,
I am.
he was talking and I interrupted. I apologize. Go ahead. I'm
Sorry, Mary. I'm sorry, Sharon. We're like that. We just keep stepping on it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Be quiet over there.
Okay, go ahead. Keep
So
going. Keep
Sharon
going.
thinks that she's willing to present hers, but she wants Mike up there so that she can refer questions more easily. right?
Correct.
Okay.
If I don't know the answer, he'll know the answer.
Mhm.
And, you know. I mean, that's just my thought.
As the warned meeting, we could redo what we just did. Let Mike present his budget. After he's done and the questions are all taken, make a motion to approve the budget as presented. And we all vote on it right there, again, even though we've already done. We're owning the budget then.
I guess that's artificial and I wouldn't, because we've already, I mean, we're approving it when it goes. the whole
He would
thing.
only be there to answer questions that I couldn't or
Yeah,
explain, but we own the budget.
okay, so how many people want to, as a trial run, have the department heads present their budgets? On the board, please raise your hand.
Might as well
I
try
am
it.
so outvoted.
Try- If it doesn't work at pre-town, then we have,
Yeah, we'll just.
then we have town meeting to fix ourselves.
Department heads need to be prepared to present their budget. Gee, thanks, Mike.
You know that if it's not broke, fix it.
I don't know. I just think it's something we.
How many people in the town don't know your fire truck? Put a name with a face in it.
Yeah.
They all know me.
How
I've been
many
to every
people
house.
don't know this?
in town.
And there's still a lot of that going
That's right. We'll be there.
on. Okay. What else can we
Guess what?
disrupt? Who's next?
You're up. See, this is a trial run, Chris, for pretending you're budget.
mind doing it here.
They know they're doing.
This is the guy that goes
You
in
knew he
burning
was gonna have to
buildings.
present. Okay. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Look at the total on this one, Bill, when you get to the end.
Yeah.
We lost 23 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Start off, we got vehicle fuel. We left that 8,000. Vehicle maintenance, equipment maintenance, we left at 28,000. Building maintenance, we left at 8. Electricity, 4,000. Stayed the same. Telephone and internet, 4,400. Water and sewer, we dropped down to 1,500. Heating fuel, propane, we dropped down to 5,500. Cable service, we left at 1,500.
Can I interrupt for a minute?
You can,
The electricity, building maintenance, telephone, those are all for center.
correct.
Okay.
correct.
And
This
so
is
the
all for-
decreases reflect maybe that some of these activities are now up at the public safety building?
Correct,
Okay.
correct. This is right. This is just for the one building now. Water and sewer, I don't know if I told you guys, the city did call me and they did put a meter in that building, so you are paying for water up there now. So,
Yeah,
it comes out of general, but there is a meter in there.
we tried.
We dragged it out as
Paying
long,
for sewer, I should say, not water,
we dragged it out as long as we could.
Where's their meeting?
at the new
Public
public
safety.
safety building.
Yeah, they're putting one at the pool too.
You account for that in your budget.
There was a bump.
I have no idea what that's gonna look.
Well.
But anyway, yeah, they're putting a meter in.
The office supplies, We dropped down to 7,000. SCBA maintenance and equipment testing, we left at 10. For hose, ladders, any kind of equipment, not just air packs. New equipment, we left at 40. Insurance, we put to 4,500. So it went up $500. Salaries went up to 75,000 with the 3% increase. Social Security is 9,000. That's a number that was provided to me by Billy, so
I got it.
that I don't know.
I got it from treasurer, so. I don't know if it was that was just what it's gonna be, but.
What's the question?
Security on the fire budget.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the salary lines increased by 2,200 or so. But the social security line is the same. Maybe.
Yeah, it was, I think what we did last year and this year is we, kind of just estimated to the next roundest number. And it only, doing the increase, it increased it just a little bit, but the next round number was the same one. You can, double check me though, and if you want to take the salaries, it's, multiply it by, for social security, 0.0765.
And you have like three line items to.
Get a much smaller number.
Mike, you got three, Matt.
You got
There's- There's 20,000 for daytime salaries, 24,239 for administrative salaries, and then the 75,028.
I do have that in front of me. Hold on.
Bottom, very bottom line.
Very bottom, and then the first line on the next page.
There's administrative salaries.
5101 and 5102.
I'm getting 8902 for a total for social security.
All right. So that's the 9,000.
I got slightly over 9,000, but whatever, close enough.
Okay, thanks for checking that though.
Training, we left at 2,000. Uniforms, we bumped up to 3,000.
How many does that cover? Say you got, I
9,100
mean, if you got new fire,
and some.
what would it cost you?
It's close.
Oh,
For uniforms, about between $400 and $500,
If you look at,
depending on what they
so
need.
we're not,
What we don't have kicking around. Spent a lot of money this year because it's a bunch of people.
I figured it out, total.
yeah, that's why I'm saying, is that enough?
That's what it is, because this year we went way over because we had so many new people.
So if we didn't spend it all, we wouldn't spend it all, so we may be okay.
so I think that was my.
Medical,
Quiet.
medical and physicals, $500, we left the same. Fire prevention, we bumped it up $500. Dispatch, we left at 3,000. Dry hydrants, we left at 250. Miscellaneous, we bumped up 200. Administrative salaries, we did the 3%. Daytime wage, that should have been 3% added to that. It shouldn't be 20,000. Should be,
But are we tapping it that much?
it's pretty close, actually.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So whatever that is.
20,600.
Say it again, please.
20,600.
So,
We'll see.
Childcare is $525.
Now 527, because maybe into the
Oh,
527.
It's what?
Child care contribution is now 527.
So what's our new total?
266,244. Which represents a 1.41% increase.
Say that again.
Total is 266,244,
Mhm.
the 1.41% increase.
Which is. Part of that is because we moved, or we had been moving money to the public safety
Yes.
building, but we did that last year.
Right.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the fire budget? So moved. Motion's made, seconded. Discussion.
My calculations for the social security is about $170 short. Based on the numbers we just presented. So I don't know if we want to raise that to 9,200 to be safe, if you spend it all, or if you don't spend it all, then it doesn't matter. It's only $200.
You were short by how much?
Huh? I got 9,169.8255. So I rounded it up to 2,170. What'd you have? Or 9,170? You had
Yeah,
more.
originally I had 9,100 something.
91 something and then,
For this, so yeah, I would say,
but I don't think, I don't know if we need to worry about $200.
Okay, so there's a proposed amendment to up the social security line by 200, so it would be 9,200?
Yep.
Is people agreeable to that friendly amendment?
And that's going to give us a new bottom line, right, Bill?
That's correct.
266,444.
Like that. No? Says all to be raised by taxes.
1.49.
Okay,
Good job.
so, well, we haven't voted on it yet.
Can't imagine we're going to say no.
All right, any further discussion or tweaks? If not, all in favor of the fire budget at 266,444, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So it's carries 5-0.
Did you say you want to do depreciation funds at the next meeting?
Not for you.
Not for me.
Do you want to go up?
I do. Ours hasn't gone up in 20 years.
How much you want?
Well, do you want to do it at the next meeting?
We can, we'll just tell us what he's asking for and then
All right.
we won't be surprised.
Well, right now it's
1 3/4.
0.0175, so 2.
Quarter,
It's like,
all right.
We can, if you'd like, I can give you a projection about what that looks like. Now and with the change.
And when we get to it, because we don't have to vote on it tonight.
Right, no.
But do
For
the
next week.
spreadsheet. 'cause
Oh, yeah,
that's-
no, not tonight.
we
No, it'll be
like
for next
that.
week. Yeah, no, I can
Yeah.
do that for next week. Yep.
Yeah. Those are handy. Okay. Okay, so we've approved your budget. Proposed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
see, that wasn't too hard. You can do this again. We'll walk you through it.
I think I gotta plow snow that night.
That would
Yeah,
be the
don't
only
plow-
legitimate thing you
Don't
could.
plow if you're feeling ill.
We'll come and find you.
All right.
We'll call a fire in school.
Go pull fire alarm.
And Dumas. We just have to do-
You've done good, man.
What?
Introduction and 3 budgets in an hour.
So, geez, we're not far enough along yet.
You still got the general. I'll
You
take care of
guys have
it.
Yeah.
shed your responsibilities for pre-town meeting. I heard all of that. Okay. Hi, Chief.
How's it going?
It is. Okay.
Okay, I'll go down through, we have increases, my salary went up.
Can we start with the income?
Oh, income,
Always
yeah,
makes me
okay,
feel
so we
better.
have the $1,500, for police reports, kept that the same. Canine contributions, they put a line in there because, the canine does, been doing forfeitures and seizures, stopping cars with drugs and money, so we're able to hopefully recoup some of that money. So we just put a line in there to keep track. There's some limitations on what we can spend it on. I don't think we can do salaries, but there's equipment and other things we can.
Still no number yet.
I guess that's what we have left in settlement funds. It was more than,
Well, no, that's last year's,
Oh, okay.
what we actually used. And we didn't project using any settlement funds to support the general budget. We have talked about purchasing the next cruiser using the settlement.
Good plan.
And we also tapped it a little bit for the
Special,
holiday.
either for special
patrols, yeah.
patrols.
Okay. Okay, and go ahead.
okay. I guess the forfeitures, that's the line for, canine stuff, right? On the very bottom. I think that.
Oh, way down.
Yeah,
Okay,
way
so,
down. It wasn't the, canine contributions, it was, the forfeiture funds.
right.
So social security went up to a little bit, 2,000 there, 1,500 there. Put my glasses on so I can see better. Thank you. Chief's line went up 3%, 88,852. Deputy chief's salary we put at 10,000, and the reason we did this is the deputy chief currently will be taking over my position here in the near future, and we didn't want to zero it out completely. At this point in time, it'll just be deputy chief washman or chief washman running the department, and he's got a bunch of new guys. So for future, he wants a little, if he puts one of them in charge while he's on vacation, he's something to extra put in their pay while they're in charge. Just kind of part of the process of getting the guys under you to take positions of leadership and bring the department forward. We thought that was a good way to do it. And we don't want to do away with the position completely, because at some point in time, there'll be another deputy chief, I suspect. Part of the process. Okay, so
Let me,
Have
your
you guys talked?
suggestion was, we did talk
About
about
a
it. Your
rank
suggestion
adjustment.
was a sergeant, and we did talk about that.
Yeah.
And what we decided was it's still, we're not sure who it's going to be, and we should let Ted work with who he has and see who
Okay.
rises. So, okay.
plus there's also a lot of moving parts in the future with the upcoming construction in the town, so don't know what we need for officers and what's gonna happen there, so just leave that at that. It'll be,
It won't be this coming budget.
No,
I
it won't.
don't think.
okay, so the first, third and fourth officer salary, we just made them all the same. So there's some jumps there on each of them. They're all level 3 certified, police officers. So therefore, we want to bring them off the same pay. The newest one, the newest officer, Dumas, he's on probation. So we just brought him up to the same at this point in time. Plus there's an issue with, officer retention at this point in time in other departments and what they pay. Kept our overtime at 20.
You do have an additional, the fourth officer salary,
That's,
which is,
Which is, I'm sorry. you're
right,
is that your replacement?
That's my replacement.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Healthcare contribution, Lynn's salary, Lynn is at 40 hours now. She has been for a while. So the next page, you go to communication and it says end contracts. We have things that we have to pay Office 365. We have what we pay in for that and other things, plus our cell phones and our car radios. It's like contract items, so we just have it. It's pretty close to 20 grand right there, so that's where you have that there. Supplies and uniforms are kept the same. Equipment and contracts, just in contracts along with the cameras, our tasers, the APHIS machine, our fingerprint machine, one more escapes my mind at this point in time. Anyways, it comes, oh yeah, in our office, our copier machines and printers. That comes to just over 20 grand, just on those contract items alone to run things. That leaves us with 10,000 for equipment. Other equipment that may come up. We purchase a car, sometimes we do for that, but we'll see. We've left fuel maintenance at the same. Training, we went just to 11,000. Vehicle liability, that went away with my cruiser when I owned it, if you will. Health insurance, the buyout went up slightly, but it was an increase.
So does the health insurance
For everybody.
reflect? Would it be the same with you leaving and a new officer coming in? Are you currently on the town's insurance?
I'm not.
You're not. So if we were to hire someone, then we might need to know that number.
That's a,
Carry question.
somewhere between Carrie and Bill.
33.
Does
it would
the
be-
health insurance reflect the fourth officer position? In case-
Yes,
Because we,
yes, it does.
Okay.
we could, right now we have 4 officers on healthcare, or no?
There's
Did we
going
have-
to be one taking the buyout, no, 2 of your officers taking the buyout. Ted and I and Ed had this conversation, so that number should be very close to accurate of all the changes for health insurance.
Well, I'm just thinking it's about, I think we just ran the numbers close to 33,000 for a 2-person on the towns. And if we hire a new officer, I just don't know how many people are. So if that reflects, you have a 5-person department.
Right.
If all 5 people were there, technically, we would be budgeting money for 100% of the healthcare. If they choose to take the buyout, then
It'd be less.
there'd be money, well, the money will be budgeted but not spent.
Then, don't forget the moving target, which is we can only anticipate, we only know half of what the premium is going to be for
I know.
half a year.
Right,
So
so-
it's like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. Flip a coin. But
I-
if Carrie's comfortable with that number and she's done some research on it, then we can
Yeah,
go with her
and-
recommendation.
but that did include the 2 buyouts. So this would have been higher, but we adjusted for the 2 buyouts, right?
Right,
That's, yeah.
right.
Okay.
Then we have the municipal retirement. The police, and I guess if we had a full-time fire department, it basically is emergency services for fire, police and ambulance. You're allowed to go into Group D, so that's the increase there
Right.
for Group D. The K-9 program left it where it was.
Okay, so we didn't make any changes to the bottom line that Bill's working with. So, oh wait, we did up the school resource officer. I think the 3%, that's what we did. That's the salary. We didn't up for any of the other benefits. We just upped it.
Is that reflected in the?
In the 61,520.
Right, that's what the school.
I think we upped it to 2,000, was it?
Right, it was 2,000. We took the difference between the 7720 and the 6950, and we added 2,000. That's all we did.
So
Half of the increase roughly.
so the 826, 806 is accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're subtracting 63 from it. to get what we got.
So 763, 786.
Yep.
And that's a 10.2% increase.
Because this year we didn't, last year we used some money, the other money to offset something, you know.
We budgeted, but then we didn't use as much as what we budgeted.
Okay.
And yes, we tapped the Cortina fund for that.
Not in this current.
Not
Not in this
yeah,
budget, no.
yeah, the one that we closed out June 30th. So is there a motion to approve the police budget?
So
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the police budget at 826,806 and with a net 763,786. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Okay. Thank you, Ben. All right. So we're into the general budget and so Bill, I've been trying as things have come in to send them over to you.
Like town report and things like that.
No, for example, I see she's not on. Barbara's here
Yeah.
and she already gave you the numbers, the circle budget.
Yes.
Okay. All right, but let's start with the folks who are actually live and in person, so we can go through their budget and. Barbara, you were here. No, JP was here first. Constable, are you going to be presenting?
Every
Okay.
time, just.
Because you got to get in practice now, because these guys say you guys got to present your own budget.
didn't think of that.
Yep. And JP also has the health officer budget.
Maybe if you don't mind, we could start with the health officer budget. That's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
Just mainly reductions in the line items as what we
You
have
gotta give
not.
us some numbers, Jake, if I can find
Well,
them.
it's
Okay.
the second page down the bottom.
So
Okay.
starting on line 154.
Yep.
I've reduced that by $500 just based on what I saw last year. The consultants I reduced to $500 and the supplies stay the same. So it's a pretty minimal budget. So some of the dog control issues I'm doing as constable and not health officer. If there isn't a bite involved,
Okay.
so that I don't have to file a report with the Department of Health, I'll do those calls on the constable time. And then if you go to the second constable line items.
Is what number?
So that would be at the top of that next page. It's 035162. And you'll see on the salary there's an increase of about $2,500, and I base that on I'm averaging somewhere between 18 and 22 hours a week. And I'm hopeful that you will recognize my 19 years of service and increase my pay to the base pay for the police department. You established that at $34 an hour. I've been doing this job for 19 years, and it's kind of a niche job in the town because, and this is not why we do it, but the traffic control does raise revenue.
Mhm.
So in the last fiscal year, I brought in $18,000 in revenue. That was 24-25, and currently I've brought in $9,500 in revenue. And I mention that only because it kind of offsets all the other costs of my office and gives us the traffic control that people are asking for out there.
So does the 25.5 reflect that number or no?
I believe that 25.5 would incorporate a $34 an hour rate.
Move to, we pay.
Well, if you're okay with this, we'll just move on and then we'll do. Okay, I see what you're saying. Do we do individual things? Do we do health officer separate vote? Do we do, or do we do, in the past, we've done the whole general budget.
Yeah.
Together. What's your pleasure?
I'm okay
Well,
with
he
it.
was asking for the 34
Right.
$34 an hour.
And if that number reflects about 20 hours a week for
Yes.
whatever numbers. I'm going to defer that you did the math and you did it accurately. I rarely do that.
Right.
I know, that's true.
Yeah.
I would appreciate a vote on that because it is a salary increase rather than if the general budget was just voted on, and it might be a question as to whether or not that included the increased rate.
The general budget will include the whole proposing,
Yeah.
Right, but for Carrie's purposes and the auditor, they want to see select board action like you did with the police department when these line items are changed or increased.
It makes for better tracking, but that means we're gonna have to do and I'm not disagreeing, and I agree with the number increase. I'm just, anyway, what's your pleasure, folks? Somebody made a motion?
I'll
I make a
second it.
motion.
Okay,
We've beat it to death.
motion's made and seconded. All in favor of increasing the second constable pay rate to $34 an hour, reflecting
So
$34 an hour, which would be an increase of $2,500.
pretty bad.
The increase comes out to about $40 a week.
Let me just,
She knocked-
what's your motion? It's your motion. Go ahead.
I make the motion that we paid Mr. Fagnet $34 an hour. He's doing an awful lot of the police work. I mean, I don't know what his certifications are, but still,
Yeah, I'm still certified.
you're certified, so I think it's only fair.
And I second that motion.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to increase the second constable pay to $34 an hour. All in favor, please say aye. Aye, motion carries 5-0.
Thank you for that recognition.
So do we have to vote on every other variance? Because the vehicle's up, but supplies
No,
are
I
down.
hope not.
No, I think it's just a salary increase.
Okay.
The others are just a reflection of, inflation. More than, we're making a jump beyond the 3%. That's what we're doing.
So
So the supplies are reduced to 200. The vehicle, I think I could live with 9,500 for the budget. The reason I have 95 in there is I didn't realize that my hourly vehicle rate is broken out and then my mileage is somewhere else in the budget. And so when I look at that 52, in my mind, I've included the mileage, which is on a separate line item. And I just noticed that for the first time tonight.
5229,
Thank you. And so that,
health officer mileage.
oh, that's health? No, that's not.
No, it's,
mileage.
Oh, 5224.
Yeah.
Right, so,
And there's nothing there.
for health officer,
Yeah.
right.
Or for
Well, constable mileage, there's nothing.
I could have sworn I saw another line item for second constable mileage.
There is, but there's nothing budgeted for it.
There's nothing budgeted.
But there's an, it's
5224 page.
what is it? Actual spend, 24.12.
yeah, 11,
That was the expense,
right.
right, with no budget.
Because I assumed that the mileage would have been included in my vehicle budget. I just wanted the board to understand that. I didn't know that the mileage was broken out separately. So when I estimated the number for how much the vehicle was gonna cost, I had in mind the mileage, thinking it was one line item. But the vehicle expense is all actually broken down into two separate line items, the mileage and then the hourly rate.
So we should move
But-
$1,000 to mileage line.
If you want to do it that way, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, or,
I don't know how that came about.
okay, so
That'll okay with you.
5224
I just think, yeah,
is going to have $1,000 added to it. And 5 is the one.
5166.
5166 is going to then be 9,500. Rename it 9,500. Okay. That'll do it.
It just makes it clear as mud.
Well, yeah, because there's no first constable mileage line.
And I'm not sure
I can answer that question, but he's not there.
I just,
Yeah.
because there was never any money budgeted for it, but there's an actual in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even know how the account got created.
I think years ago, we just started doing it by the hour. When I was at hospital, I think they covered the mileage and just did it by the hour. And then, and when that starts to go over $4 a gallon, they gave us $400 an hour.
Oh, wasn't the mine?
Well, if you look at first constable vehicle, that has increased considerably.
then I think,
3,500 to 7,000. So
and I'm thinking that maybe Mike's figuring the mileage in with the same as you did.
Yeah, wasn't the mileage for closing the gate at Northwood or something?
I'm sorry?
Wasn't the mileage for closing the gate at Northwood or something?
Yeah, I don't charge the hourly rate to go up there. I sit up there, I shut my truck off. My truck's not running, so for those kind of chores, and like if I do a dog complaint or something, it's just, an hour and a half or so, it's just the mileage.
Okay.
And then under equipment, I've been nursing my light bar for a couple of years. I increased that just because I'm concerned that my novice repairs to the top panel that's rusting out lasts me another year. I'm hopeful that it does. And if it does, I won't need to spend that much money on equipment, but I feel like I should have it there because I know that the top part of that light bar is corroding.
So, JB, what else is covered with the vehicle money? This equipment is broken out separate.
I'm sorry,
What else is covered by the vehicle line?
the vehicle line?
Yes, since we have a separate equipment line, what does it actually cover?
The vehicle is all the vehicle expense. The equipment would be the radios and the service that I would need from the radio place from time to time.
So you charge your vehicle hours to that line, right? 5166 is vehicle hours.
5166 is vehicle hours. Yep.
Hours.
So it's basic, it's just an hourly wear and tear.
Yes.
Is what goes into the.
Right. And I did want to talk a little bit about the reimbursement rate. But I don't know if you're aware, but FEMA has done across the board. We were using FEMA as a guide, and they've done across the board reductions, and they've taken out enforcement vehicles out of their schedule. Right now, if you look at the FEMA schedule under 8074, and if you look at the definitions for that, that is just for a parked car running. So like when Pittsford had to park a car up by the bridge project, if that was a FEMA project, they would have got $19.14. They don't have an equivalent to what I have or what I do. In other words, enforcing is a lot harder on the vehicle than just having it parked on the side of the road. I just wanted to bring to your attention that the actual FEMA rate, they've taken out line item 8072, which is what we based the 1989 on, off the 23 schedules. So that's no longer, FEMA will no longer reimburse for that, so they just took it out. They have a cruiser here at that 1919, but again, that's just parked. I want to bring that to your attention and ask if you'd consider just leaving the mileage rate where it is, because I put a lot more wear and tear on my vehicle than just parking it on the side of the road. Brakes, tires, all of that stuff. The costs are not going down. I'd be happy if I could keep that
I
1989.
remember seeing that chart because I think you left it for us.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been trying to go according to the schedule.
Yeah.
And then since 23, they've done arbitrary reductions on almost every FEMA line item.
so does the 9,500 reflect that?
Pardon me?
So the 9,500 you have in for second constable vehicle.
Would reflect the $19.89.
okay.
Yes, it would.
All right, and we're supporting that number, so yeah.
Okay.
I think, and if that covers what you feel is your wear and tear and everything.
Would you ever be opposed to a town-owned constable cruiser?
Oh, I'd love it, but,
Look at that.
the truth of the matter is we can't do it as cheap as if we have, and then we don't have the availability. I would hate to see the town buy a car for me and have it sit up there 5 days a week.
Yeah, no, we're maybe at some point trying to
figure out how we could incorporate car that maybe gets shared between the constables and maybe a part-time officer or something. Just we're not going there yet.
I would love to get a
All right.
cruiser on the town's expense,
That's-
believe me, because
Well, it cleans things up because there's vehicle reimbursement schedule and then the liability of having your personal vehicle in the roadway to get hit. You know, the town's insurance is liable for that.
Yeah.
And, you know, so
same as if it were a town cruiser. But when
Yeah.
I'm on my own, and I don't use that truck except for work very often, but if I do use it, then my personal insurance covers it.
yeah.
But like when you're responding to a fire call, then,
That would be under town
Yeah.
insurance, right?
Yeah.
cause you do the fire police plus the running radar and traffic and whatever you're doing. Yeah.
I mean, the work's there, it comes to you. It's just, you just have to wait for it.
Well, was it last summer or the summer before when you were using one of the cruisers that wasn't being used?
Yeah,
That presence of that car on Grove Street, I think it has a pretty big impact. It addressed out, your truck probably nets you more, tickets because they don't recognize the truck. The
that
cruiser-
plus it avoids the Paul Revere effect. You know how people go by a cruiser and they'll flash their high beams telling people,
Mhm.
you can't park a wrapped, cruiser in a location for more than 10 minutes and you're compromised.
Mhm.
So that's why I like the truck, because you're right. People don't see an enforcement vehicle and you kind of catch them in the
The
wrong.
signs are small enough, so I don't think they catch them. They're going so fast, they
Kind
don't
of
see
mean,
them.
Pardon?
They don't.
mean. And when I go by you and I know you're out cruising, I flash the headlights. I feel very good about it.
Two other cars coming on?
Huh?
You do?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
No wonder my revenue's going down.
Some revenues have gone down, Sharon. Come on.
Okay, I'll start letting him pick up every Dick and Harry.
The plan.
Please do. Okay, so is that,
That's all I had, yes.
yeah. Any other questions on the second constable or health officer matters?
So Mike's not here. I don't know how he calculated his number. So don't worry about it.
Right.
First constable.
Well, he,
Can I speak up, Mike?
sure, if Mike doesn't mind, I mean,
Right, so Mike's got a personal job, so he doesn't work quite as much as JP. He's got more time on his hand. But Mike also handled dog complaints in those, what do you call them? Your,
oh, the dilapidated buildings.
dilapidated buildings. He is quite effective at staying on people and making things happen. So, and he does wear all the same stuff we wear when we do have to go out there, and he has on many occasions heard things go on, back up off supply myself and JP. So if any, and plus, and he is a level 3 certified.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
just at this point, I mean, he has chosen to go a different way. So
He's not interested in that
he wants to keep his
vacant
finger.
position, is
Huh?
he? He wouldn't be interested in that position.
Maybe, I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
So.
Like
I don't
someone
think-
asking?
I don't think so.
Just
Ask him, but.
because we're on the topic of first constable, let's just take a look so we don't have to, well, we have people here who might be able to answer questions if we have it. At the bottom of the previous page, line 161, first constable salary, that is a decrease from 8,000 to 7,000. Probably reflecting the actual hours that he's able to put in.
Yeah, that's the reason for my questions. So for hours, but it seems like we've wanted to pay at the same rate.
Right,
As
JP.
the $34 an hour.
Yeah, I'm looking at the actual for 24-25 and might billed us for about $1,600 out of a
Yeah.
$8,000. So I understand his reduction there.
But to Matt's point, and we did vote on yours at 34. So should we
Maybe we
also
just-
vote on the first constables at 34 an
Yeah,
hour?
but then we just leave the number at 7,000 because.
Yep.
We use
He
it.
would be comfortable with that.
do we know what the first constable, does he get paid the same as you? Does the first constable get paid the same per hour as the second constable?
Yes, both of them always got.
So I'd move that we, make the first constable salary at $34 to be,
Second.
equivalent with the rest of our department.
It's made and seconded to also put the first constable's salary at $34 an hour.
Just so you're aware,
He's
Mike's
level
got kind of a
3.
challenging family situation
Yeah.
that's really taken a lot of his time.
Yeah.
And I know that he wants to put more time in, and his budget reflects that he might be able to do that next year, the next fiscal year.
Pointing out that he's level 3 certified.
Yes, he is.
You're level 2
Level
certified. Do we still leave it at 34?
Yeah.
That's the motion.
It's okay.
It's always been.
Okay, all in favor of the motion, $34 an hour for the first constable as well, please say aye.
I,
Aye, motion carries. 5-0, okay. So then,
Stick on all.
No.
first constable equipment is 2,000, same as last year. First constable supplies 200, same as last year. First constable vehicle 7,000, which is double what the budget was last year. And we've heard previous comments about the hourly rate and the cost of fuel.
Right.
So are we okay with 7,000?
Yeah, and I do believe because there is no mileage for the first constable, he's probably
Probably
included.
got the fuel.
Here he comes now.
Oh,
Hey, there's Mike.
Who texted him?
hi, Mike, are you on?
He looks like he's muted. Unmute your phone, Mike.
Yep. We're going over first constable budget.
There he is.
Perfect. Sorry about that.
Okay,
That's
thank you.
okay. So let me tell you what we voted on and so far.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so the second constable requested an increase in his hourly rate to $34 an hour, which the board agreed to. And then we just voted to also put your rate at $34 an hour. Is that agreeable to you?
I'm not complaining. Yes, that's agreeable.
Okay, knowing, we're aware of the difference in certification between the two. And is there a reason for just a number of hours that you're able to put in? You decreased your salary line by $1,000 from 8,000 last year to 7,000.
Yep, correct.
Okay, and you're okay with that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Next page, the constable equipment line is the same. The first constable supply line is the same. The first constable vehicle is up by 3,500. And we're noticing that you didn't have a mileage line. So we're guessing that might be why.
Yeah. So, and I apologize. I may have screwed that up. But yeah, I guess that would be the reason why I didn't have that mileage line.
Okay. And the mileage, no, that's the, okay.
We'd have to create a lot.
So Mike, what's the reason for the increase then on the vehicle line? Because the budget, it's double the last year's budget and the only actual number we have from before that was minuscule, so.
Yeah, no. So, and I apologize. I don't have the numbers in front of me. So last year, last year's was, what was the budgeted number for last year?
Well, for this current fiscal year is 3,500.
Yeah.
But it was actually that before the year before that too.
Yeah, so that's an error on my part. When I sent it the bill, I probably screwed that up, and so I apologize there. So yeah, I don't have a reason for it to be almost double.
So you're saying 3,500?
Yes.
Leave it at? Okay.
Yes.
And will that cover your mileage and your vehicle wear and tear?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think those are the questions we had, and you've answered them.
Okay.
All right, so it takes care of first constable and second constable and health officer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you guys very much.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Mike.
Okay, Barbara, you were next, right?
Yeah.
And planning commission. So it looks like 4 pages in toward the bottom.
Yeah, 5261 is where they start.
This is a complicated one. Year after year, it's just so complicated.
Yeah.
So, in the legal fees, we'd like $1,000 more. To go from 3,000 to 4,000. The regional commission dues, that's level funded. And that's a per capita basis there. Planning commission salaries, that includes the 3% increase. And miscellaneous level funded, advertising level funded, and consulting fees level funded. So our total budget for the planning commission is 15,700. Pretty good bargain.
Yeah, really. The advertising line just above, that's for, and this is a bill question,
Yes.
all town advertising.
No, planning commission, subdivision,
Okay.
final adjustments, meeting notices for them.
Okay, so that's also theirs.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's probably some other advertising lines.
There are.
yeah. So we probably should add in there parentheses planning commission, so we make the distinction.
5265 says that, doesn't it? Say
It
that.
says advertising.
Planning commission.
5.6.
Planning commission.
Advertise.
It's on top of the page, Mary. Top of the page. Right underneath.
I was referring to the one just above it, but that also answers my question.
There's
The
a,
two, 251, there's an advertising
That's the
line.
other one.
that's the other one.
The other one.
For, who
Town
is
hall.
that for?
That's Carrie's office using
Okay.
that for
Okay.
tax notices, like, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Carrie and Bill, when we have a vacancy and we
Yes.
advertise.
Yeah.
5251 is
General.
general, 5265 is planning commission.
Okay. Well, that, I was trying to get those two.
There you go.
Yep.
Parentheses, the other one. Parentheses, the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, any questions for Barbara about the planning commission? We all okay with it? Okay.
Numbers are.
That was-
That much money to mess around with.
You know,
Yeah.
all right. Dell, you want to take transfer station?
We could do that.
All right, this is, it's like 3 pages in. Mid page.
It starts, 5191.
Okay.
90.
You should let them sit down
Nine
first.
ones, two above. They're not in order for some reason.
Oh, look at that.
Weird.
That's a little.
I'll fix that.
Consult our spreadsheet guy.
I can fix that.
So next year, Bill, can we color code them?
We can, yes.
Well, no, if you did each department color code.
Yeah, I can put borders for this, yeah.
Okay,
That one's gonna pop soon.
Larry, are you with us?
I'm with you, dear.
Yeah, your salary.
Okay. Not that much has really changed on this thing. I want to bring your attention to 035192 transfer station engineering. Okay.
What's the number?
Oh,
I got
35
it.
192 engineering.
Yep.
Yep.
Find it?
Yep.
Okay. I don't really take care of that. Billy's been taking care of the engineering here.
Yeah, right, Stan.
So he's going to know more about
That is accurate.
what's going on there than I am. So
Okay, well, we saved a few years ago. We thought we'd save some money.
We
by
thought we
going to
would, but-
One time a year.
Yeah.
And we
Save a little
sa-
bit.
looks like we saved a little bit for a
Little.
while. Yeah.
They're just making it up, coming one time a year and charging. Okay,
okay,
And they amended the permit too, to allow us to do that, as I recall. So, yeah, okay.
so everything is except for the hazardous waste removal. Okay. This year, the 26th, the state is supposed to start chipping in on this. They're supposed to start giving us money back. Whether that happens or not, she can't really tell me, Pam Clapp. So I left it at the 6,600.
Okay.
So, whack went up again this year. I'm at 20,960. It went up $500.
You're still satisfied?
you missed a
Was
whole bunch of
SWAC-
them.
I'm very satisfied with SWAC.
Okay, as opposed to the other
Yeah.
district we could be in?
I'm very satisfied. She does a lot for
One's
us.
in the newspaper, one's not.
So in April, we'll probably be taking on Castleton. So that's another town that we can start sharing the expenses with on this
So
hazardous
between,
waste. Yeah.
between the hazardous materials and food scraps, you missed a few there that you didn't tell us about.
Food scraps, this is a roulette wheel that I have to play because they don't give me prices until the middle or to the end of February. So I raised it in anticipation that they are going to go up.
Okay.
So
And waste removal, that's the Holland.
Yeah.
Is that what that is, Larry?
yep.
Okay.
But can we go back to transfer station
can.
attendant? Okay. When I do the math, this is the 10,710 this year. Plus 3%,
3%, which was, I'll tell you right now,
11,000.
where am I here? I think 29, well, you got 64 cents per hour more. On that, it looks a little higher because I
Yeah.
added 20 hours to his,
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
yes.
And this
And
is,
I added 24 to mine because we're going to be doing a lot more training now.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So those.
Yeah.
24 hours for the whole year?
Yes,
Okay,
for me.
okay. That explains. So it's not just, it's a 3% plus a few additional
Yes,
hours.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Utilities, is that transfer station utilities?
Yeah,
Is that electricity?
yeah, my phone went up big time.
Oh, okay.
Billy's working on that, so we can try to drop that cost a little bit.
We'll see.
So,
So yours is down there, 20. Okay. All right, any further questions about the transfer station?
Go back to page 1.
Page 1.
Because I believe this is one of the few departments or
Well,
that has income.
Okay, yes.
And
that the income.
yes. So Sharon and I met with Larry about a month ago to discuss his budget, and we're contemplating because we provide quite a few services to the taxpayers at no charge.
Mhm.
The cost of everything, the trucking, the hauling. So, he was anticipating the thought of going up from $3 a bag to $4. So the punch cards would go from $60 to $80. And I told him, well, can't we go to 350? And he said he didn't wanna have us have a whole box of quarters.
So,
But
thank you for bringing that up, Joy.
the $4 is actually pretty much, comparable with other, if that's what you told me.
It's
It might even-
comparable to some, but some are lower than us.
Yeah,
Oh, my lord.
yeah.
There are a couple that are lower than us. I don't know how they do it.
I don't either, frankly. My pickup trash hauler,
Yes, and it's
It's
going up
lower.
again.
yeah.
So I'm just waiting for that price to get here.
Different towns subsidize, I mean, your transfer station's not a profit generator. I mean, it's
No, it
subsidized,
doesn't have to be.
it's subsidized waste removal.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't
So-
charge for recycling or any of that stuff or any other, so. I don't know.
So here's the question. Have you decided that you're gonna ask for $4 a bag? And should we build that into the budget? Or are you saying hold the line? Where are we with this? Cause we should put some number in there.
Yeah, I'm in here to talk with you guys about bringing that up to $4 a bag, which would, I average about 720 punch cards a year. Okay, up or down a little bit. So at $80, that'll bring me up to $57,600 taken in, which is 14,400 more than I'm taking in right now.
The line here for people to just pay that back.
And yes, that'll generate, I do about 2,000 bags a year, so that's another $2,000 that I'd be bringing in. So altogether, it would be 16,400.
So the miscellaneous, is that what you're talking, the extra?
Yes,
And does that include fees for dumping into the construction box and all that? Is that all part of that 11?
no.
Where do they?
Dumping in the construction box is entirely different.
I know.
And there's a couple things that I like to go over with.
What line does that go into? Does that go into the miscellaneous income?
Okay, that's going into the miscellaneous, yes.
Okay,
Which line is that, Bill?
that's a lot.
4042.
Okay.
Yeah.
Transfer miscellaneous, so that would include any fees you charge that aren't,
Right.
trash
That's
bag.
Also,
Okay. And is that 11,000 a good number? Do you want a different income number there? Cause we have to fill in those
Well,
two income numbers.
what I want to ask you folks again is for my small pickup trucks, I've been charging $25 and up.
Yeah.
Depending what they have in it. I'd like to raise that from 25 to 30. And on the large pickups, which is $35, I like to raise that to $5 more a pickup.
Or that's just for stuff that goes in those boxes, right?
Stuff that
What are
goes
the
in the
numbers you're
boxes.
talking? Mary?
They're not, they don't show here, Sharon.
Okay.
They're part of that miscellaneous income, but it's the
Yes.
rate, it's the rates we're charging for like those services.
And on that sheet there that we charge, I'd like to put 5-gallon plastic buckets on there.
Yeah.
I get a lot of those in there that are contaminated, that can't be recycled for $1 a piece. They take up a lot of room in my, and pallets, wooden pallets. I like to charge $3 a piece for those.
Where are they going? They go in the.
They go in that construction dumpster.
Okay.
And I'm getting a lot of that stuff in.
All right, so we got two things. Rates, we usually do. I mean, this is rates that we're gonna be asking the public for as opposed to just rates that we're paying
Right.
officers, for example. Do you want to do this at a separate meeting? Do you want to do it now so we can anticipate the income? That's a little separate discussion. And has Transfer Station Committee talked with Larry about
Yes, we
these?
have.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's your recommendation on these then?
I think Sharon and I agreed that the rate increases are proportionate to the cost of what it's costing us to have stuff removed.
Yep. All right,
They're not horrendous, but they're just a necessary part of it. I mean, the transfer station will never break even and it'll never make money, but we ought to try to come somewhere close. You know, and the other thing is that if folks take these to other facilities, this is kind of the, where Larry came up with these prices and says what's charged out there.
Okay, so there's a whole worksheet there, a whole sheet of what the rates are. And do we just adopt the sheet wholesale?
I think that would be.
Okay, that's the motion then.
Yeah, I'd make that motion. We,
Second.
approved Larry's, motion for increases.
Okay. According to the schedule and bills, you're gonna leave a copy with bills so he can.
Bill's gonna have it all drawn up on his computer for you.
Okay, very good. All right, so motion's been made and seconded to increase the fees for disposal of certain items that aren't covered by bags or punch cards. And according to the schedule that he has presented.
Okay.
Any further discussion?
Well, I was just putting math to it. So since, this is a 21-22 budget. Obviously not, I haven't done math on labor rates, but we've had an increase roughly. It's like $17,960 for all of our waste removal. And SWAC, that's what was factoring in. And where's the other one? Recycling. Recycling's actually gone down since 2021.
But that's gone down.
Recycling's gone down since 2021.
It went down, it's going back up now.
Yeah.
The revenues from it.
It's,
Which
My
is it for,
cardboard?
you're doing revenues?
No,
You're doing
no,
costs.
I'm doing costs.
Okay,
our cardboard and stuff. Right now, I'm sending about 13 loads a year. Probably add another 6 to that because everything is coming in double box and stuff in cardboard. We're getting buried up there in cardboard.
okay. I don't want to lose the motion on the floor, which is to approve the new rate schedule, which the committee is proposing and that
Right.
Larry.
In our proposal, does that include the dollar bag increase, punch cards plus the rate schedule?
Is that on there as well? A
Yeah,
dollar
that-
bag increase?
Yeah, that was, okay,
Okay,
so,
so
Okay.
you have the rate increase in mind, including the bag at
Yep.
$1 increase.
When this rate increase going to be effective?
July first,
July 1st.
when the budget
Okay.
comes
We
in.
talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all in favor of the new rate schedule for transfer fees, please say aye.
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 All right.
Motion carries. Oh, anyone opposed? Motion carries 5-0. So, okay. All right,
So we won't-
now back to how much are we generating in anticipated revenues if we've just adjusted these fees?
No,
So we won't be able to figure those numbers, the 11,000 and the 46 until we put some numbers to, unless you have them.
Well, I think Larry.
I'm going on approximately 720 punch cards that I sell a year.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
At $80 a piece, that'll bring in a total of $57,600.
okay, 50, and that goes in line 4040.
57.6.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the miscellaneous,
That is the C and D.
Right,
what's everything
but,
else on
yeah.
your schedule?
but did you have a bottom line number what that increase might, the
For the
funds,
C and D, I do not.
it comes and goes, right?
So you wanna, for income for the year?
Or
Is
the
that what you're looking for?
transfer
Okay,
miscellaneous.
I do have that right here. I'm going to $75,000 a year. That's because I'm adding some of the C and D into that.
So right now, the transfer miscellaneous covers the C and D stuff.
The C and D stuff, yeah.
Right, so we
Okay,
need to put a
let me
number,
just
right?
Go back a little bit here. I got it right here. Right around 75,000 because I'm going to do another $2,000 just in individual bags. Generate individual bags.
We've already counted the
We
bags
put-
at 57,600.
17,400 would be
Yeah.
the difference between,
11,
if you subtract 57.6 from 75.
Okay.
It's 17,400.
That seems like a lot.
That's about a,
Or, yep.
it's about a $6,000 increase, and it shouldn't be that much.
No, no,
Because we've gone up.
right. Altogether, it's $14,400 increase, just on the tickets from,
Can we just go by the line?
$60 to.
Yeah.
Okay, back up, please.
Okay,
Okay,
do you have
we have
for-
taken care of the coupons.
okay,
So ignore any revenue from that. We're looking at transfer station miscellaneous, which I think is everything else, like those white buckets and the
Pallets and
increase in the
truck
pickup
loads.
truck
Yeah.
loads and yeah. What's the increase over 11,000 do you anticipate?
And unless you kept track of every load you took in last year, which is hard to
and I
do.
didn't,
No.
so I,
So it's a 12.5% increase.
That- that's
But
about
if
it.
we go $5 on 40,
Okay.
so you're 11,000.
Times 10 would be about
Plus
1,100.
per bag, or $2,000 per bag.
1250.
Yeah.
So you're like, yeah, you're 12,370. We can go 12,500. It's like 12.
they can,
Okay,
they'll probably be going up on price on me this too, for tonnage plus pickup,
Yeah.
so.
We're just trying to figure out a number to put in. For the
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
So Kurt came up with 12,500.
that
based
sounds
on that.
good.
Yeah. And when you put that in, and then if it's more, great, and if it's less, well,
Yeah, for the
because you don't know what.
I don't.
You have no idea.
There's one more line and that's the recyclables line.
Yeah,
It's at 500. Do we just leave it at that?
is it 500 or 400?
This is
Five-
income.
Yeah.
500,
Income
yeah.
recyclable.
Well, believe it or not, I just got a check the other day for $126
Wow. So we'll leave the five.
for the whole year, you know? Oh,
Let's leave the five.
Yeah, we can leave it at that.
so my recyclables, guys, I'm not making nothing on that at all. It's costing me money.
These are estimates.
Yeah, it's costing me money.
So the
Okay.
transfer, we got those three done.
All right.
We got, so there was, just two lines, Larry, that we didn't finish on on the next, third or fourth page. 198, 198 is your salary. That reflects the 3% plus some additional
Yeah.
hours.
Mhm.
And then the recycling, that's 11,000. That's what it costs us to have stuff trucked out, right? And you went up
Right.
$1,000. Okay.
Again, I'm anticipating the prices
Yep.
in February going up.
Right.
I haven't seen them come down yet.
Now, a lot of that's reflecting in fuel and trucking and, okay. That's all of the transfer station.
Okay. So I think we've got it.
Yeah.
All right. We're all set on that. Any further questions? Okay, we're good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Larry.
Thanks, Jill.
All right. Who have we got?
So that
So,
takes care of all of our subcontractors in the, almost. Yeah, oh, Marcia, planning commission, right? Or, listers.
listers. Okay, Marcia.
There's mileage there. Where the hell are
Yep,
Here we
I'm
go.
here.
Okay.
All right, let's start at there's listers income, which I guess we used to have a line for lister education. That's the top of the second page. So it's 4287. We haven't had anything in that for a long time. So do we just leave that?
Well, no, because of the new rules from the legislature of certification for listers and mandatory education. There's going to have to be some PVNR will give free, but the IAAO, some of the courses will have to be paid for.
Okay, I'm talking income right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. Okay.
Just the one income.
How come, how would we have, income from lister education? I wonder if that's misplaced,
No,
No.
there is no,
or if it was grants?
Yeah,
Okay.
you used to get some money for this from the state or from somebody for Lister education. But
Correct,
you
yeah,
haven't gotten it for a few
Okay.
years.
right, if
Okay.
we need it, we can get the education funding for Lister education that isn't covered by either PVNR or VLCT. And
Okay.
it would be the IAAO, which is the assessor certification going forward.
All right, so where are the listers?
The pilot program.
Oh,
Number
Oh,
yeah, let's take a look at,
pilot and do a free one.
all right, this is first page, about 2/3 of the way down, line 4221, the pilot program. Anticipate, this is income again.
Yeah, yeah, that remains kind of kind of the same every year, due to the parcel payment that we get from the state for the payment in lieu of taxes.
So do we just leave it at 12,000 anticipated income?
Yes, yep,
Okay.
correct.
And then reappraisal maintenance.
Yeah, that is the number that we get from the state for the per parcel for reappraisal, which is $8,500 per parcel. And it hasn't increased in many, many years. The Department of Taxes and PVNR is fighting to get more money for states for reappraisal, but as of right now, it's remaining at probably the 1998 value.
It says the amount is 18,500. Is that
Right.
what we carry over for this year too?
Yes,
This coming year? Okay.
yes, yep.
Do we have anything for a railroad tax revenue?
No, we do not.
Okay, so that's a zero.
Yep.
Do we have anything for current use? This is the
Current
state
use
giving.
is the same. We don't
Okay.
have any new current use applications, so that would remain at the same at the 10,000.
Okay.
Isn't the railroad supposed to pay us tax? Just don't.
No, the
Well-
only time the railroad pays if it's non-railroad property, for example, a gravel pit. I had this happen when I was railroad counsel.
Okay.
So that it's not part of the right of way. We don't pay on, railroads don't pay on that, but if it's a separate,
Of course, the state
Something.
owns the rails the right away.
right,
Yep.
I thought I'd ask.
okay. I had an answer for that. Just mark that down. Yeah, okay.
That's
All right, anything else for income for the listers?
Oh, for income. Oh, let me see here.
Reappraisal miscellaneous,
Yeah.
there's nothing there
Yeah,
for the last
no,
four.
yeah, that's the same.
Okay,
That comes up the same. Current use, of course, we just went over that.
Yeah.
Nothing for special elections.
it's not yours.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, nothing else there.
Okay, so let's go down under expenses and we'll
Yep.
start with town listers.
Okay, Harry
Second
and I
page.
went over this figure based on Marie's and Kathy's 3% increase, which they are part-time. We built in for a full-time lister, which I think we need to have a meeting regarding this because we have determined that there is really no need for a full-time lister. There's 3 listers that can divide up their time during the week so that the lister office would be covered, but not at a full-time rate.
So what's reflected for the proposed budget is a decrease from 115,000 down to 95,000.
No, I think Carrie and I decided to take it down to 85,000.
Leave it at the 90.
That's
Carrie,
correct.
is that,
Yep, that's correct. We were doing the math and 95 was not correct based on doing the full-time anticipated person with the two part-time people. That we didn't mix in any of the anticipated discussions that you guys might have in the future about the full-time. We just did it at, if there's a full-time person with full-time benefits.
Okay, so it's calculated for what we're doing now, essentially.
Yep.
Basically, yes, yep.
But that's fine.
And you think 85,000 is enough? Or you're okay with that?
I am, yes, yep.
okay.
If it was 95.
Well, it was 95, but then last year we
It was
budgeted 115, so it's a big
Right.
difference.
The
Yeah.
reason for that, I think, had to do with the personal property stuff, and it was
I think that's right.
we
We
moved some money
moved
from
it.
another line.
Right.
Yeah.
Shop there,
Yeah.
so
So
it's
we want
good
that
to
number
hear
to
we
be
actually saved
85.
money.
So it's
Yeah.
going to be 85,000?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
85, correct. Yeah.
good. It's a good thing to go from 150 to 85.
It is. Not arguing.
Yeah.
Well-
I just don't want to get caught
Years ago.
short.
Getting rid of me, so.
Um,
Let's see, the next is, just the normal, which is the, lister's mileage. We've got a lot more going on in the town. and
that's
figured-
5223.
Yep. We figured that, there's gonna be a lot more. We've got a lot of new builds and we've had to go out and a lot of people, doing a lot of, upgrading to their properties. So, I'm anticipating that the new listers will have more in mileage for sure.
Okay, so it's bumped up to $350. That's up $50 from last year. Is that what you're proposing?
Yeah, we think that's probably fair.
Okay, very good.
Yep. So, the next one is Nimerick, which is the normal. We've got, we've got 11,000 in there, but out of that 11,000, 3,000 is for the listers modules, not for, the town clerk or what, what maybe Bill has, which is just a read only. And then the
So-
property maps, it's been locked in at $3,500 a year.
Okay, back to Nemrick.
Yep,
It's and carries on as well.
yep.
It was 11,000 this current year. What are you proposing? Because it's not filled in on what I have.
We spent
5501.
Yeah, it's 3,000 for the listers modules.
So I
And-
think if we increased it to 13, we'll be more than fine. Because
Okay.
based on the actual figure there of 24, 25, we added the cloud service. So if
Yeah.
we're at 13, that would make sense.
Okay,
Okay,
yep.
all right, very good.
Then
Yep.
we have an added expense that we're looking at. We're not sure whether we're going to be able to go with it or not. And this is the transition to a new grand list system, which is the Patriot system, which is the AP5 system that probably 90% of the state right now is using. And this was, as I told you in my previous lister meetings that are select board meetings, that the reason that we did not get any bids for reappraisal is because we're still using the NIMRIC system and 90% of the state is using the Patriot AP5 system.
So are you showing a number on this budget sheet or are you asking for some other
I
funding?
wrote it in, Mary. I don't know what Carrie got it to you or not, but we're looking at the camera software update, which is one complete system. We don't have to use NIMRIC. We don't have to use Microsoft. It's all in one system. Not only that, but we have a demonstration in the next week of their business personal property system, which means we will no longer, if we go with it, we won't have to use the G&K system, which is antiquated and
Yeah, I
probably
remember
will
this
crash.
discussion. The question is it on this budget? What budget line should we be looking at?
I would think that it would be, let's see.
I don't think we've started one yet. I couldn't find it.
Well, it would have to be, computer implementation, from what I see. No, I can't see here on. Yeah.
Perry, did we build one in here or is this?
No, so Marcia was talking to me and it sounded like she needed a conversation before we put any number in. But if you're looking to do something tonight, we should just add a line or put it under software. Bill, what do you think about that? Putting it under software.
The software line makes sense. So that's,
Okay, which line is that?
5512.
5.
We're replacing some things that we
Okay,
already have.
5512. Okay, yep.
Okay,
Web
so
service
it's
software.
Yep.
Okay, so that would be approximately, on top of the 14, another 6,200, which is what?
So we went up to
increase-
17.
17, yeah. So 6,200, okay.
I'm sorry, how much? 52 or 6,200?
62, it would be 52 for the grand list system, and then if we decide to go with the business personal property, that would be an additional. So
1,000?
6,200.
Okay, 6,200 added to what I'm assuming Carrie and Bill had
Yes.
of 17.
Puts us
Okay, so
This doesn't
23,
save
too.
us on any other lines.
That's brand new.
Number is that?
That
Like 512.
we would be, they're gonna be moving away from NEMRIC, but it doesn't, we pay for NEMRIC, we don't pay for like NEMRIC grand list. It's,
So there's no reduction in the NIMRIC side.
right now.
okay. So
That one,
5512 is 23,200. 23,200. And it's basically a new lister software. No, system.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Appraisal update, if we continue on that same page,
Correct. Yep.
5630.
Yep. It's about the same.
Well, which, I mean, we've had, 650. In past years, we'd had, this is the, this is the contractor that Gail Gantic used
Correct,
to
yeah,
do.
this was
All right.
the G&K, yeah, which we
Okay.
are no longer using.
So do we leave 650 in there?
No. I don't think it's necessary.
So just a 0?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because she has allowed us to use her G&K system, but we're just holding our breath now to see if it's going to crash on us. That's why we went with, and the reason that we're looking into the business personal property with the VT Pi catalyst system is because it's all owned by the same system, which it seems like the state is migrating to. So right now, we've lost a lot of modules in NIMRIC that we used to do all of our work in NIMRIC that is now being transferred to the VT Pi, which is owned by Catalyst.
So the 5,200 we just added, so 52 plus 1,000 that we just added,
Yeah,
does that take care of what you just spoke of?
yes,
Okay, so
Yep.
we've got it covered. All
Yep.
right. So then if we go to the top of the next page, which is 5641, Lister Education,
yep,
and that is increasing.
correct. It's increasing because of the state mandates.
Yep.
In this Act 68, which demands that listers now are required to take courses to get to an assessor level.
Okay. So is that it for the listers part? I know it was like there's scattered all over
Yeah, it
things,
is.
but have we got it all?
I'm wondering. Need to consolidate these.
Well, so they're generally in numerical order by account number, so.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just wondering if for simplification, we could just have, and I know this is gonna be a major overhaul, but these groups, the planning commission all together,
Yeah.
the transfer station,
you
all.
can try making them groups with, well,
Or
well,
just
your
highlight.
request has been received.
Yeah, color coded, we could know.
Yeah.
It's just that I worry about missing something.
I don't disagree.
I just want to
Yeah.
find the person that set this numerical schedule up
Oh, God, it's probably years ago.
and ask, I think what they did is they asked things as they come up.
Absolutely, that's,
And there's no spare numbers, so we'll stick it here.
well, right, but the numbers are assigned by NEMRIC system.
I was gonna say it's all
You can't
NIMRIC
reuse old
numbers.
ones, you have to have a new one each time, so
Right.
that's where all
So
the.
things-
The more I hear about NIMRIC, the less I like it. Yeah,
Well,
anyway.
I think it's
that's
safe
kind
to
of the way
say
we
it's
all
none of
feel
us.
about it right now.
I can say it was state of the art when it came out, but it's been
Yeah.
replaced by,
And it hasn't changed since.
Yeah.
All right.
I can tell you.
So I have, as we do more and more of these budgets,
Mhm.
we come up against these weird issues. So the reappraisal maintenance income.
Yep.
Gets put into a reappraisal maintenance account.
Right.
It's put
Which
into a money market, Kurt.
Yeah, which accrues,
Yeah,
which,
right now,
And
I think
builds.
we're
but we're
somewhere
not
around-
showing,
The interest.
no, we're not showing this money on an expense side getting transferred to a money market account. So we're using this money to offset taxes.
No, we're
when
not.
it's not-
Don't, no. We do
Well,
not
we
touch that
are,
money.
we aren't, but we are on the spreadsheet, the way the spreadsheet shows,
We don't show an expense against it.
That's right, we don't.
which is the same thing we were doing with the state grants on the highway.
We weren't
We
showing.
caught ourselves.
Okay.
So do we make a line and say reappraisal maintenance fund?
Well, there is a reappraisal expense line already,
Yeah,
so.
there is.
So we could just,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
right
we
here.
normally use that expense fund when we do a
So you're
reappraisal.
saying like we did with the highway budget for the grant for the, like.
Right, we have to show that
Yeah.
expenditure, so that 18,500
500.
coming in should show it going somewhere.
Going out,
To be very effective.
so
so it'd be transferred to money market
And-
for,
what I don't know is how does our auditor not catch this? Because that has to,
because they don't do line by line on everything. They do 10% spot audit on
They
everything.
keep missing this one.
Yeah.
yeah, because if that's going to a separate money market account, or is it going to the same money market account?
I think as, I don't know.
Carrie, do you know where that 18,500 goes?
Yes, Kurt's right. It goes to the, its separate money market account. It gets transferred over, but he's right. I think it should show, somewhere.
Yeah, it
So how
should
is
show
our-
in our town.
How is
report.
our auditor not showing that?
It might be small enough.
Short.
It might be like, they call these things immaterial.
Found it.
Okay,
Page 42 of the town report. General reappraisal account.
Yeah.
Balance as of June. Oh, this is a year old. Sorry about that, folks.
Well, whatever.
No, wait. Balance as of 2024, June 2024,
Year old.
253,843. And that shows money coming in at 18,401 for that year. So that's the 18,500.
it just doesn't show it
About
in
the
this,
And it
norm.
shows interest on the money market. So
Correct.
it stays together.
it stays together, so that's good, but it doesn't show this money coming out.
So why
As a charge
why
against-
don't we just use the reappraisal expense line that's
Good.
there? So we put the 18,500
We
there.
must just be covering that with surpluses every year.
We may have that, yes.
Because
Or
We would have been,
else
you're right.
Carrie's taking it out and putting it in that account.
Yeah, but we
But-
would have been covering that hole with surplus monies
That's right, we would have been.
because we were using that 18.5 to offset the budget.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's put it in as an expense.
Reappraisal expenditure should be 18,500. It does fit right in, the same as the highway grant,
Yeah.
the 120. And if we don't show it,
I'm good with that. Okay.
so we'll put it into 637.
How do they not catch?
637.
How do they not catch this stuff though?
Well,
And-
because it's a little.
I'm not an
Speaking
arch.
of,
I don't know.
Speaking of the reappraisal, we
I feel like we pay them a lot of money
sent in our paperwork and we still have not heard anything from the state. We got, as I told you in previous meetings, we did not get even one bid on
Yeah.
a reappraisal. And basically it's because, as I spoke before,
We've got the old
90%
system.
of the 9% of the reappraisal firms are using the Patriot AP5 system. And they're not willing to relearn the NIMRIC system, which I don't blame them.
Okay.
We haven't had any correspondence from PVNR as to where we are in the list of reappraisals, and I think we're gonna be pushed way back to 2030 right now.
Well,
Right,
we're
so-
doing what we can, and with this budget, moving to the new
Right.
system, we should be able to get some bids, so.
I mean,
Well,
there's
hopefully,
nothing the state's gonna do to us. If we can't get somebody to do the reappraisal, then
no, they can't. No, they
It's not
can't.
gonna happen.
Kurt. And, now with this new act, Act 68 and the red districts, reappraisal districts, that they're trying to lump us into, and they don't even know what they're gonna do. It's the same thing that they did with the educational districts. The committee decided that the school districts were going to decide on their own which district they wanted to go to.
Okay, we're digressing a little bit here. Let's,
Yeah,
we
I
gotta
know.
get through the
Yeah.
rest of the budget.
Okay.
Marcia, is there anything else on this budget that the listers need us to look at?
I don't think so, Mary. I think we've
Good.
pretty much covered
Go
it.
down, Terry.
Covered it all. But as I said, I would like to, meet with the listers and with the personnel committee to discuss the future of the lister's office.
All right,
noted.
okay. Thank you very much, Marcia.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you,
Have a good
everyone.
evening.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
okay.
Okay, Carrie.
We did.
All right. Whew. Are we at the end?
We're down to you.
We're at the beginning. We're back to the beginning.
Yeah, we gotta start at page 1.
We'll start there, but I'm going right through this.
Okay, fine.
But we really didn't hear from Dawn. Do we ever? For the top 3 things? Like the delinquent property taxes, how much we want to put in there? I think he's given us his input before, but I didn't fill that in for him. What do we want to do there?
Just keep it the same.
Let's
I
keep it
guess.
the same.
It's one of those gambles, whether you're gambling whether
kind
people are
of.
gonna pay their taxes or not.
Right.
Or
That's right.
actually whether the property is gonna sell, and that's what triggers the recoup. So,
Right.
all
So,
right, so 200,000 for delinquent property taxes?
yep. We didn't put anything in for delinquent tax fees. Yeah,
No, because
right.
it's a pass-through, and we don't show it
Right.
as an expense either, do we?
No,
There is a delinquent tax collector salary line.
Salary, that's, yeah, the fees.
but there's nothing there.
And there's nothing in it?
No.
We
All
don't
right.
budget for it, but we put in the
Good.
actual.
It was 19,061, right? There's no, it's not a budgeted expense, it's just.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so
So
back on the,
delinquent
so-
tax interest.
so 0 on the delinquent tax fees?
Yeah.
All right, delinquent tax interest, it was $18,000. We budgeted last year, actual, the previous year was 25. But real estate sales have slowed, right?
Yeah, maybe just put 20 in there? I really have no idea what he's gonna do.
Go with the 18. I always like figuring that.
The interest is gonna be calculated off the delinquent taxes collected, right?
Right.
Right.
So keep it the same
So if
because
we
we
keep
kept
the
the other
same.
same.
Keep it the same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay,
Okay, so I was a couple years ago, I was kind of afraid to fill this in because we didn't know what the interest was going to do in the banks, but they've kept pretty steady at giving us some significant interest. So I feel confident putting 100,000 in there because we're getting well over that, and I don't anticipate it going down yet.
okay, and
So
this is not any of the reserve funds? Because we should be, what is this on?
this is on
interest?
everything that we reconcile, which is our general fund account, all of our money markets. Let me think. Cemetery has nothing to do with this. So I think it's the general fund account and all of the money markets.
It goes down exactly when this fiscal year starts, when Jerome Powell was up at work.
Jerry, the all the depreciation accounts are
Yes,
the interest that they generate goes into those accounts? Or is it part of that?
it's part of that. It's part of that.
Because
And sometimes, I mean, some months our
used to
general
go into-
account is like getting $6,000 for a month. It's pretty intense.
So we can't count on it for income because it's supposed to go into the reserve account.
the depreciation monies, the interest from highway, police, fire, recreation, those interest amounts probably should be credited to those depreciation accounts.
You know, I might have misspoke because when I post the interest, I think each of the depreciation has its own interest line.
All right, because it should. That's the way it used to be, because when
Yeah, it hasn't changed.
one of your really former predecessors used to borrow money from
Oh, yeah.
and then pay it back, and there was no interest, the owners of those depreciation accounts got irritable. But anyway, okay.
So interest, you're comfortable with 100,000, and that's not
I
including
am.
no interest on depreciation accounts.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
All right.
And then just kind of randomly put in dog licenses and marriage licenses based on actual numbers and what I think. Let's see, the liquor licenses. I think we could probably say 600 there.
Okay.
And then kind of kept the recording fees at 20, kept it at 5,000 for copies. Bill, I think the next couple are yours.
Yeah, miscellaneous, so there's some, well, miscellaneous income, I'm not sure what that is, but the permit ones are, yeah, the next few are the miscellaneous income, I'm not sure what that goes into, maybe.
That is, so before I broke out all these things, that's what it was going into. You know, all of your permits and all of that, that's what it was going into.
Okay.
Okay.
So
It really
Um,
is a true miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's broken out.
Or should it be there at all?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
who knows,
Yeah.
somebody could come in and give $20 as a donation to the town. We gotta have some place to stick it.
Agreed.
Short-term rental permit 1,500, that's reflective of, that should be accurate.
Okay,
Food vendor permits, that's people come in and get a vendor permit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
There, but it doesn't happen very often.
it's low frequency. Miscellaneous permits,
so just leave that at
I
zero.
would leave food vendor at 0,
Okay.
that's just if it happens. Miscellaneous, if we want to put something down, I'd say 500. That's like excavation permits, things like that, just, there's usually some, but it depends upon what consolidated does, like,
Okay,
there were a large portion of that last.
So you
last
think
time.
500 for
500, yeah.
Okay.
miscellaneous?
Yep.
According to how JP brings in his money, I would keep it at 15 or raise it, but I would say 15.
yeah,
Said he was down this year, so.
Yeah, he missed a couple of weeks of work.
Let's
maybe
see.
he'll pick it up next year, but we'll see. Okay, we'll leave it at 15.
Yeah. I'd like to leave violations at 0. That'd be nice.
Okay.
So
We
gentle
don't need the records
persuasion works better,
restoration.
right? Okay. We don't need that at all. Okay,
No, the salary hasn't changed for the school. Marcia did the reappraisal. We did the rest of them, I think, right? We just,
You get any money for special elections?
do I get any money? No.
Oh, well, there's a line that says special elections.
We
so I'm
must
assuming
have at some point, yeah.
at some point, yeah.
okay.
And then I
Okay.
think the local option tax is our next discussion.
Well, let's go
Subdivision.
subdivision, just leave that as 0.
Planning,
Planning grant, 0.
Worcester
Traffic,
education.
what's traffic reimbursement that's different
That
from?
used to be, was that the outside detail work?
That's different. Yeah,
Pittsburgh,
that's
right?
something-
Okay.
that was a
Okay.
different thing.
And
So
then that's when the
0.
PD was part of this.
Yep,
Okay,
need tracked
that's,
That's the.
timber,
Yeah,
timber harvest. All right, we don't anticipate any.
That's the West Rutland.
We don't anticipate any, okay. And insurance fire district, oh, that's right, we used to cover for them and they would
We still do.
reimburse us,
So
okay,
the ones that have it get to keep it,
okay,
but they've reduced the premium, so they're down to $150 now. That's what we're expecting to. That's what we're expecting to pay, so that's what we're expecting to get.
okay,
So they've been good about it.
okay, local option tax.
1-4.
I agree.
Yeah, no, and it looks like we've had, what, 2 quarters already?
Yeah. Yeah, that was on our desk last week. I think.
Yeah.
And it's more now than it was before.
Yeah, oh, that's true, because it's 75 instead of
yeah.
70, okay.
And I wanted you guys to earmark some of that for this building, but we haven't discussed that. But we're gonna put 1.4.
1.4, everybody okay with that?
Yep.
Okay,
And no grant income.
no grant income.
I think the anticipated income is a lot more than 133,000.
Yeah, could be. Because we had 0.
That's your number.
1.8.
1879050.
I like that number better.
That'll help offset that big jump in the police budget.
Except this is general,
Yeah.
not police.
Yeah, but the 1% money trickles down.
Just be- Okay,
All right.
so moving on to expenses and.
All right.
Security, and so this is for everybody in the general account?
Correct.
Okay. 35 is okay?
Yes, my question was, we plugged in all the salaries into a spreadsheet, but I didn't know what you as a select board wanted for your number in your line. I know it's been different each year and you guys talk about it, so we just used a number to get other numbers.
There's only one year we overspent it.
And that was my fault because
I
I
was thinking of somebody else, but that's.
it was because I put like a year and a half into
That's all
1
right.
year. I'm sorry.
That's
Been
okay.
trying not to do that.
I'm okay with the 28.
Yeah,
28?
select board is 28,000 still. Everybody okay with that? Okay.
Okay.
Childcare contribution is what it is.
Yeah.
Listers are down. Town clerk. Now,
This should reflect
the
1,000 plus the
1,000
three,
and 1,000.
well, one at a time.
Right, one of its town clerk.
Because I
It
looked
should-
at it and I said, that's not right. And then I said, no, it is.
We have to. So
Yes.
we add 1,000 to the 34,203,
And
and
then
then we
multiply it by
3% on
Right.
top of that to bring it up to 36,259. Is that how you did it, Carrie?
That's how I did it.
Okay.
I made
Beautiful.
sure with you before I did anything.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And then,
Okay, good.
the line that says Assistant Clerk Treasurer, that was and has been Susan's line,
Yes.
but I, put the salary in for Deborah in that line and used the office help salary as an anticipated part-time person at $20 an hour. So that's where that number came from.
Okay.
Okay.
And the assistant clerk is a reflection of an increase in her hourly pay and her still keeping 80 hours. She's still full-time. But that's what that number is, if
Okay.
you're asked. And then Bill's line, I don't know if you want to speak to that for the recording, but he has the same deal as I do.
Yes. So to the 68,740, we add 2,000, and then we multiply that by 3% to come up to 72,862, right? Correct? That's what Bill gets to? Okay.
And then since we're going into a year that will see a lot of activity with elections, actually, I don't know. That would be ballot clerks, not Board of Civil Authority. So we could actually reduce the Board of Civil Authority to like, say 5, because we will have to have them come for every election. But ballot clerks, that seems to be okay to pay them for the elections, 35.
35 is enough with 3 elections this year?
I think so.
Okay.
And then the office help is the part-time. Then we have JP stuff. And then what's next for me? Postage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, postage always goes up. I think I put an extra $500 in there. We don't know how these elections are gonna go. Hopefully, we don't have to mail too many things.
So this, I have in front of me the circle budget, and they also have postage. Is that a separate item in here?
The circle is separate in here, yes.
Okay.
The town report is you, Bill, right?
That's right. Yeah, we still have a contract with them, so that's our price.
Okay, good. All right. Town hall supplies.
I didn't change that from what we normally get. That's our normal general supplies, all
Did
this
that go,
functioning stuff.
did that go down at all because the police department left? Hint, hint.
Oh, I don't know, actually. It looks like we spent 53.47.
We haven't been a full year.
Yeah.
And we had about 4 months, 6 months, So
All right, well, I'm okay with leaving it.
Let's see, recording supplies. Yeah, we're still buying the books, buying the paper. That's still happening, and microfilming when we can. The election supplies, obviously, we're gonna need a couple things, definitely markers from the top of
Oh,
my
yes.
head.
Yes,
I
please,
remember that.
yes.
Oh my gosh. So I kept that at 4, or I increased it 1,000 just because of the extra elections this year.
There's about 2 of them.
And then, street lights, they're hovering around the same price, but just in case, I put 15 instead of 14.5.
Okay,
Let's see, transfer station.
okay, we did all of Larry's. Right,
On electricity.
yeah,
I think
Town
that
hall electric-
is, I can't remember if I filled that in or Bill.
No, I went to I pulled the Green Mountain Power bills and
Okay,
back, and that should be right.
6,000,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
down, okay,
Little decrease without the PD here.
A
yeah,
little bit.
yeah, and same fuel oil,
Yeah.
Okay.
okay. And the internet's the same.
Yep.
Town hall maintenance, property committee? 25,000?
Yeah, we don't really have anything.
We haven't
Aggressive.
decided how to fund our renovations yet.
Yeah,
I have an idea.
okay.
But
And
another meeting.
probably is out in-
No, it's an idea.
Okay,
Okay.
town hall cemetery maintenance?
Yeah, if we could keep that for this next year, then we can finish the radar survey and have the whole thing done and.
Okay.
Be great.
Okay, 2 items here, professional services, which I think is engineering, but not. No,
That comes out of Dave's budget.
That's on,
Okay.
all the engineering's in one.
This paid, I think Teresa.
Oh,
would
yeah,
get out of this line.
okay,
yeah. That explained why I was
Maybe-
over.
I think the auditors- Are the auditors paid out of this line, Terry?
Yeah,
yes, I think
okay, yes.
so.
And they're what, 17, 18, 19,000?
You are correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So if we leave
The 23,
the 23, because we don't have Teresa
hopefully,
working on that.
hopefully.
Yeah,
isn't that much.
no, she was not that much, because
Yeah,
most of that I think is the other.
Oh, we had to do the second audit, right?
Right,
Yes, that was,
right, that's what
Yeah.
it was. Okay,
so 23.
Even the budget before that was, I guess we budgeted 35, and still went over, I don't know what that was.
Okay, so the attorneys, that Kevin,
Kevin, yeah. Not a little, become less litigious.
That's perfectly okay.
do we want to go less than 30 or do you want to leave it at 30?
I
mean, we're not,
don't see a legal.
He did slightly
Fight.
increase his rate
You did.
to us.
yeah,
But not
but I mean,
like
But
most lawyers.
how often can we get them to actually charge us rate?
When he does work.
That's what I'm getting
Um,
at.
25.
Yeah, 20.
We probably could do 25.
I mean, I don't know
Just
if
try,
we're
we
going
don't
to,
have anything pending.
The lower we go, the less apt we'll be to get involved in something.
it's something that,
I mean.
something that somebody wants to involve us in.
Against us.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else we're working on.
Got this, the subdivision,
Subdivision, and there's a couple ordinances which he's had on his desk for
Right.
some time.
yeah.
So
25.
I haven't talked with him for a long time. I do know he's alive.
I'd go with the 25 and
Okay,
hope for, because I mean, last year we
Yeah.
only spent 13, which is half of that.
yeah,
So, all right, 25.
okay, attorney's tax appeals, and unless we do a reappraisal, we're probably not gonna have any. Or
Just-
very little, do you want to put the
We
$1,000
just put the
in?
1,000 in, so it looks like we've at least
Okay.
looked at it. The retirement is probably nothing we're gonna.
We're okay, municipal retirement staying, Gary?
Yes.
Okay,
And then for training, I put in 1,000. Deborah and I, it's nice to have a partner that wants to go and do some professional
yes,
development. So that's why I kept it like that. Same with mileage.
okay. Back to stormwater, it's
Yep, I did solicit Andres, and that is his best estimate based upon
Where we are.
his best guess.
does he do like a net amount? Cause I think,
Yeah, I have there's about a dozen things on his list right now, and there's
Okay.
like, there's a lot of grant funded stuff, so
Yes.
this would cover our match for the grant.
Okay,
And there's things that aren't grant match, with this would not, would just pay for it outright. So yeah, this is his whole breakdown, but that's the bottom line.
all right. And we took this out of highway a long time ago because it
Yes.
didn't seem fair to tag them with that, so. All right, select board mileage, God, I don't think I've ever asked for it for anything. 100 works for me.
It was,
Second constable mileage, all of that, others mileage.
I don't know who charges that.
somebody does.
I don't know.
I guess if we didn't give them the 100, then we'd find out.
Yeah, if we give them a 0, they'll come complaining.
Well,
Gotcha.
I have an idea,
do we want to leave 100 in or just
Yeah,
take it out?
I guess.
Town administrators mileage?
Yep.
400 still good?
Yeah.
Health officer mileage? What did he
The
tell us
JP
about that?
what did he say he didn't want it or he
Well,
did?
he has second constable mileage in there, so I think he was,
Satisfied with that.
yeah, I don't think he needed it both.
Or else he missed it.
He said something about he would cover dog bites under.
Under constable,
under no, if he had to track, he would cover it under health officer if he had to track down for rabies stuff.
Yeah, he tries not to do it under the health officer because there's some other paperwork
reporting
that goes with it.
Right.
So-
Okay. So
But he hasn't used any last year.
$50.
But 50
What's our mileage rate?
Whatever the federal rate is, it changes.
Can't
Put
remember.
$100 in there and if he,
100 is good.
okay, good.
Right.
Great compromise. Thank you.
okay, general insurance, that's
Is this League of Cities and
That's
Towns?
BLCT, yes.
health insurance. Oh,
It
that's
went
only,
down?
it went
How did-
down.
What did we burn down?
Nothing.
I'm taking the buyout and Susan's leaving.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking just above that.
General insurance, it's just based upon our risk. Like,
Okay,
it's,
good, okay.
Okay,
And
the,
then,
the general insurance last year also paid for that. It was higher last year because we had to pay for the building under construction
Oh,
insurance.
that's right.
Yeah.
We
There you
don't
go.
have to pay for it anymore. So
okay.
we do see some, so this is more in line with looking back at 24-25 and seeing a little bit of a change. So that's,
Okay.
yeah, so that's good.
So health insurance, it's Susan leaving and one
I'm-
buyout.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so that's good. New equipment went down a bit.
Bill, I think we can reduce advertising. I was looking at that and I think that it could be like 3,000.
Yeah, you use that more than I do. Mine goes into, when I do it for like planning commission stuff, that goes into there. So this is.
Yeah, I
You're-
don't, yeah, like reduce that. I don't think I need
Okay.
5,000 in that.
2,000.
Yeah.
Okay,
the equipment repair, is that 7?
Top years, yeah, 7.
is that a contract longer term?
That is the longer term contract. That covers most of the copiers with some other minor things.
The rest is planning commission.
Yep.
Over to
And we got a pound keeper,
town keeper.
100 looks good.
Yep, bank interest.
We don't borrow money in anticipation
I
of
know, isn't
taxes
that
anymore.
wonderful? Yeah, okay. League of Cities and Towns went up a tad.
Miscellaneous expenses. Sure.
Hey, who's in charge of that?
Us.
Is that
That's
us?
that's the money
Yeah,
we,
that's the money we throw around.
Well, let's make this donation. Where's it gonna come from? Miscellaneous, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, look at how crazy we've been about it.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave it at 4 or
yeah,
decrease
I
it?
leave it. You never know what might come up.
All right,
Computer services.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fireworks. Oh, dear
So
God.
I've asked twice and I haven't heard back from them about moving it to the 4th, and they're doesn't sound like they're actually
Slammed.
anybody right now. But there are some, because there's some towns that are starting to, like, literally we're having group discussions about this because it's gonna be a big thing. But there are people that have said when they have gotten a hold of them, like nailed them down, it's looking like if you want it on the 4th of July, it's gonna be probably 18 to 20,000.
We'll leave the 15 and go
There's
from
only
there.
this problem is, and so the
I
problem
know.
comes there's only so many of them.
Yeah.
I know.
And
They can only be in one place at a time.
Yeah, they all have to go off at once.
They could be in, they could be in a lot of places at the same time. They have a lot of crews.
Right.
But that is still a finite number, so, I don't.
251 towns in Vermont. Now
So
one's
either
celebrates
we
Saint-
take leave it at 15, we go in with another town or the city and do something on the 4th, or we do townwide celebration.
Yeah.
We can do it.
15, like, there's some flexibility.
And
15? That's, yeah,
we do
that's
have
fine.
a little bit of time between now and when we actually have to have this number written in stone to figure out.
Well, the city was trying to raise from the outside, they were doing.
Yes.
fundraising.
Okay.
This is,
The city wasn't gonna pick up the tab, or maybe they were throwing it a little, but,
they were, then they were.
Oh,
so we probably should talk to the guy that was spearheading that.
who is?
Yeah.
It's a kind of a community group that kind of took it upon themselves to
Okay.
start.
Okay.
If that's what we're gonna do, find out what they're gonna do if they're throwing the den with 15, they get them where they need to go.
Yeah,
Now,
okay.
whether it's gonna be big enough or not, I don't know.
And where is it gonna
The stuff's,
start?
there's stuff's getting.
We're gonna need a firework that goes up, says Rutland Town. Just so,
How about what?
just so we know who's contributing here.
See you next year.
Yeah.
The green dollar sign.
Yeah.
I'll donate to that.
Congratulations, we just blew up your one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, 15 it is. Townwide celebration, 4,000.
Is that enough?
I think so.
That's good.
And rec covers some stuff and, you know.
Yeah,
Our real estate taxes are right there. County tax, that went down?
We haven't, we did get it. yeah.
I did that because for years I just wanted to make sure that there was enough in there, but it's been so consistent at 61 and 62 that I feel that we can reduce that.
Great, okay. Tax collector salary is basically a pass-through, so we don't put anything in there, right?
Right.
Marriage licenses, you can go ahead and put 1,100 in there. That's what we pay from our marriage licenses to the state. And then dog licenses, 1,400. Now I'm curious what we put in the interest, but I'll go back and look, or in the income, but I'll go back after and look.
Okay. Okay, and that pops us down to,
2,000.
2,000, yeah.
where are you?
We get 2,000 for dog license income.
There you go.
She wanted
Okay,
to
we're
sell
good.
it, but
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so we're now on emergency management equipment.
Yes, those are both from Marty. He's fine.
Okay?
Yep.
And generator maintenance,
Yep.
are we on a contract?
Yes.
Okay.
did you get that glitch resolved with them?
They haven't called me back yet.
Okay.
That's okay. They will.
Yeah.
They will.
And the seniors are now under rec,
Yep.
so there's no separate
Yep.
appraisal update. We just talked about,
you.
circle. All right, I circulated, get it?
Yeah, very
The
good.
circle.
Wait,
Yeah,
you've been here a
it's-
long time.
Okay.
Okay.
If you saw the broken out budget, previous budget was 45. And then, well, and then new budget 65, and then total expense, because she had production with a cost of living increase, so that's 2,800 instead of what, 25, I think we had her at. We were giving her like $500 per edition.
I don't know, there's $6,500 in here. Miscellaneous contribution to the circle.
Because I think the school kicks in some.
So do we want to put 65 or do we want to put more?
So 2,800 production, 1,450 postage, 3715 printing.
That's almost 80.
Yeah. But then we don't have anything, that's 7965. We don't have the school's contribution, and they cover the postage, I think.
put the 65 in. If we spend less, and fine.
It can come out of miscellaneous.
So they're doing the, was it 3 or 4 editions for about 8,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more like 5 editions.
5 editions.
And
The
we
post-
should make a note that we agree to, or a motion that we agree to increase the amount paid.
So
Motion's made, and seconded to increase the amount paid to 2,800 for Janelle. Okay.
Starting July 1, right?
7/1/25/26. Okay, all in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries.
So
5-0.
there's a 65 enough. If the, I don't know what the school's kicking it. If they kick in the postage, that's 1,400, that's pretty close.
That, and
I think that's what it is. It's 1,500, I believe, at the beginning of the fiscal
Quicker.
year.
yeah,
So
and you haven't cut a check to the post office for this postage, have you?
No, I only pay the school and Janelle.
Okay, so that explains that the school is still covering the postage, which is how it used to be. And continues to be. So that's the 1450 postage. So, okay,
so that, I mean, it's pretty close.
it is
We're
to
talking
the 6,500.
65 and 4, it comes to 79 something. So
Okay,
if
we're
you're
good.
okay with that, we'll stick with 65. The end of that page. Bank charges.
Bank charges, Carrie?
Only if there's necessary bank charges, and we try to avoid them, but sometimes they happen. But we don't budget for them, no.
Straight train.
I know the big thing we're missing.
There's a couple things we're missing.
Yes, we are. Let's just take a quick look, Bill. Public safety building.
Yep.
Based on actual expenses this
So
time.
maintenance is $1,000 a year just for the alarm monitor. So, but I know like they just bought salt for the softener, so, I think there was a lot of things that had to get done, obviously, to get open and get running, so, I think the 5 is gonna be more appropriate.
Okay.
It's a pretty good guess, I think.
Okay.
13,000 electricity is, I went through the bills, I pulled the Green Mountain Power account and just, here's our average bill times 12, and that's the number.
Okay.
Ugh,
Yep.
see.
I'm so happy they give us a municipal rate.
Data center. That's
Nope.
maybe might be cheaper on the generator.
That's a week of it running in there. Heating fuel, that's probably what's gonna be, we had to fill the tanks, so that's why it was higher.
Okay,
But that should be appropriate. Sewer, we have no idea.
That's actually propane.
Right, yeah.
Well, I'm just
Heating
saying,
fuel, yeah, well, yeah.
okay.
because it's a different rate, that's what I'm saying.
Yes. It is, but this
Yeah.
is, yeah, this is really. Well, the fuel for the generator, you mean for the generator? Then I can do the generator.
No, the public safety building propane.
Yes.
It's a better reflection than heating oil because we heat the building with propane. And fuel oil is more per gallon, I believe, than propane. But it would just reflects it,
Yep.
because if somebody goes and fills those tanks with fuel oil, we're in trouble.
Sewer, we don't know, because we just started that.
Yeah.
And then, phone internet, that is reflective of, it is. There's a lot of phone, there's a lot of devices, that's why it's like that. So. Without, if you had wanted to talk about the topic of the internet service there. And I have worked back and forth with Consolidated since yesterday, and we have a solution that fixes our concerns, and it would change it by $840 a year.
Really?
Yes.
Up or down?
If you would like to go into specifics as to why.
Nope.
it would be-
No.
appropriate, But
Does the 11.5 reflect
it
that?
does not.
Okay.
So we
So-
want,
I would just say 12.5.
12.5.
okay,
Be happy with that.
thank you.
Okay.
So let's say move that on the way.
Well,
All right, on the train, so sorry. 1398, this point's 1398718.
1398718.
Still under last.
So we're still under our anticipated income.
And the net total is negative 480332.
80332.
Yeah, that-
Actually,
480332.
Okay. So,
So I think that, did we have a discussion at audit time about putting the bond payments in the budget this time for people to see instead of doing it on the tax calculation sheet?
right. Yes.
So the bond payments would be a new line in the general. Is that what you're saying, Kerry?
Yeah.
We talked about it and then we went back and forth and I think we ended up determining, we thought maybe really just going on a rate sheet.
Yeah, I think that's where we came around. I don't remember the whole discussion, but I thought we went full circle and went back to
Yeah, we did.
leaving it the way it was. Cause it's reflected in the
It,
town report. anyway.
and when it shows the funds, when it shows the payment schedules coming out of,
So,
yes.
so people will need to look at their tax bills and understand what the increase is. So there'll be two separate bond payments and they will.
That's the aggravating part, because like right now, you look at what we just did, you know, we're in great shape, but really we're adding
Yeah.
bond payments that are gonna suck up a lot of savings.
Right,
Yeah.
and I think after,
Well, yeah, and like the bond payments come off the top essentially, like when you're setting your tax rate, that's.
Yeah, it's way up the top.
You're
You're
pretty
right.
much taking that
Yeah.
off the top for your tax, to calculate being your tax rate, and then your budgets are after. Because like this 480,000 surplus technically gets applied to the police budget. How the vote.
Yeah.
you're right.
Technically, not that.
So
Any
if the police budget
deficit in
runs,
this budget.
huh?
Any deficit.
Toward the
Yeah.
deficit, yeah,
Yeah, is it deficit?
yes, I think so.
Doesn't fund to their budget. It covers the, it covers.
And,
the-
and when that vote
Yep,
was
through that.
taken, the police budget was part of the general account.
Yes.
And we have since made it as a
Yes.
standalone.
You're right.
So I don't know how it reflects now, but if there is this, if the police budget is in deficit, then the makeup money would come from 1%. Because there was, there was years where that's how we ended up with that money, was that the town didn't know how to spend the money. And they didn't realize it was gonna be that much.
Yes.
I think,
Ballot, that
Huh?
was a ballot. Item.
it was,
They did that
well,
way.
we voted as a town to enact the 1% with no idea how much, there was estimates of what it would generate. And then when it actually generated that much of money, the town treasurer's got this money and nobody's told her how to spend it, so they just kept putting it away. And then somebody else came along and said, we gotta do something.
Donna Zeller.
You know,
said,
and
"We
so-
have a surplus.
And we have come out with a very good system
We do.
that allows us to have the money and not lose it. And we actually lowered taxes significantly.
Can I make an observation, Bill, and help me with this? I thought we had agreed to put the actual the spreadsheet that we use to set the tax rate in July. I thought we had said it should go in our town report. Didn't we?
I don't think so.
Or was I thinking that and said, we got to remember to put it in our town report?
Maybe we need to remember to put it in.
Let's
Yeah.
put it, could you make a note when
Sure.
because you're the town report
Yeah.
guy, please?
Maybe that's where that conversation
I
a few
think
weeks
that's
ago
what
came back around
happened.
to.
Yeah.
So can I make a motion to accept the general budget?
No, because
No.
we've got one more, we got one more.
Okay,
Remember Carrie's request to get a private payroll servicing group to take over the payroll and the HR functions. So we haven't had, we did have several discussions and we've gotten some information. What, so I don't have yours, no, I've got the original.
Do we have a number?
Well, the number, it looks like to me it is a 2-year contract. And it looks like, although the bold print is 46,900, I think there's a place that says, oh, but when you do the implementation, it bumps it up to almost 50,000 per year.
This is also based on 50 employees and the minimum is less, so there might not be other savings. I think maybe Carrie, correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
No, you're right.
I mean, it's sort of a ballpark figure.
It kind of
And that's
is.
that's a full year figure.
Yes.
I kind of liked it when I went through it, to be honest, but the drawback, I mean, there's some questions in it, but the biggest caveat is I don't think it's probably gonna save Carrie as much time as she was hoping. But there's other stuff that comes with it that
Makes it worthwhile.
could be valuable. If it's worthwhile, I don't know. To decide.
So if we go this route, we're tied to it for 2 years.
Well,
Unless,
yeah.
if we don't like it after the first year, which doesn't correspond to our fiscal year, it corresponds to the calendar year.
Of course it does.
If we don't like it, then we can get out of it by paying 50% of the balance not used, which is
25,000.
exactly.
Whoa.
The quote, the
Yeah.
46.5 is based on 50 employees at a monthly rate of $3,875. It's a minimum rate quoted of $2,712.50, because you know you don't want to miss a couple quarters.
Mhm.
That, when you divide by the per employee rate that's down below, that works out to be 35 employees. So depending on how many people Carrie has to actually pay a month. Gonna.
We pay the same number of employees pretty much every month.
No, because of summer lifeguard.
Lifeguard.
Yeah.
So the fire
Carrie
department
wasn't
messes it up.
50 like.
And then every
Yeah.
couple of months, we throw a salary at it, or
Well, in the fire department,
once a year for 40 days.
well, no, it's more than that with daytime.
Well, daytime rate, but that's only for certain people. Only certain people get that, so.
Yeah,
Carrie, well, what's like a normal month? That's not, or was 50 the maximum that could ever be?
I think that's the maximum we have ever paid. I don't have that chart in front of me that I gave her for the full calendar year. But in the, just so that the rest of the board knows, when I was talking with this lady, we went back to 24-25 and I gave her the numbers of employees that we paid per pay period throughout the entire year. And she's kind of basing it off of that estimate.
So I don't know, maybe it worked. So that part I didn't quite understand, because I know she had all that, come up with this number, but it says it's based on 50 employees, and we know that's not gonna be the case a lot of months, so.
yeah, but you're gonna pay your contract on the most amount of employees paid in a given year, probably. You know, you're not gonna pay you're not paid per employee per pay period, you're paying
Well,
what your
that's not what she told us originally. She told us
Yeah.
we would be able to take people off, toggle them off for like, didn't have lifeguards or.
October will be a big month because that's usually when the fire departments pay the salaries. So you will add 30 employees for 1 month.
So I'm wondering if we can, and here's a question, for things like the one-time payment, like to the fire department, could the clerk treasurer continue to handle that one-time payment and not toss the money or, toss that number of employees into this contract?
Then you're talking two different quarterly filings,
Yeah, you are.
because the clerk's gonna have to file quarterly, and then the payroll company's gonna file quarterly.
You're right.
So we're talking $25,000 to $46,000, depending on what actually becomes a contract, right? The minimum's about 25.
25 employees?
No, 25,000, right? I think Matt said it was so much a month.
It's, hold on. So $2,712.50 a month is the minimum charge.
2,700, what?
2712.
2712? So that's 32,000.
And that covers how many employees?
That's the
No,
minimum.
they don't actually say, but if you divide by the rate that they say they're charging for the range of 1 to 50 employees, it's $77.50. So if you just divide 2712 by 7750, that means 35 employees.
Yeah. So we're 32 to $46,000.
At one point,
And I like the idea myself.
we saw a figure of around 40,000. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one, Carrie, for the year?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the one that I gave her as an example for a
Yeah.
fiscal year. Yeah.
So that wasn't too bad, but this one crept up a little more if we have 50 employees. We are saving because we're dropping your staff to just a part-timer at $20 an hour. So
Do we already get EAP through the league or
I think
someplace
we
else?
do.
'Cause
We do have that service. Yes.
That's included in this package, so I don't know if that would mean you get double the benefit. If-
For
I
two
did
people
notice that
disagree
on the
about
contract.
same thing.
There you go. Do it. So,
I mean-
what's your best estimate of building this into the budget and how much do we put in?
Are you asking me or the board?
I'm asking you.
Me?
We don't have a number. I mean, we've got several numbers. Maybe that's the way to put it.
I know.
I
I'm
think we probably would have to go, or unless we go back and ask them more questions, which we could, and take the quote that they've given us as we got to go on, and maybe that would be enough to cover the startup too.
Do you think that if we do put it in here, it would be like a round number of 50 or less?
We also have to, you wanted to start this January 1st, right?
The payroll company, I did, but that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
So if this, if we're putting it in the budget, then it'll go its appropriate avenues the way it should. It'll start July 1st.
Right. And that makes it easier for,
So the first budget, then we would have to, I'm trying to think of this, because we put it into July 1st budget. They work on a calendar year, right?
no, I was thinking the calendar. I don't think they work on a
Do
calendar
do
year.
they, will they work on our fiscal year, or does it work on calendar year? I guess it'll be the same though,
No, well,
because it would, if you start July 1st, when we say we put 45,000 in, I'll give you that number, July 1st. So the contract will run from July 1st to the end of the year, which is half, and then it'll pick up. July or January 1st will be a different year, but it'll run out in June, and then our new budget starts in June, so we'll be covered within our budget. It's just that it's going, for them, it's two different. We'll be buying a half a year at the first and then a year at the second point.
It's where the contract bumps come because you don't.
Yeah.
You're 6 months off, so you don't, when the contract renews, you don't know what the price is gonna be when you're building the budget. It's gonna be halfway through a budget, and
Yeah, that's the only thing.
so what are they offering for HR? Responsibilities?
Comprehensive services. So any questions that the employees have, any questions that I have, there's someone assigned to our company that knows our jurisdiction and the laws regarding payroll.
Something in there about like a tier 1 consultant and a tier 3 consultant or something, and if you had to go to the one tier, it was gonna cost more money or something. But I don't know what that was about. That was one of my questions.
So that they're gonna answer payroll questions?
Well, no, because some of the specifics, I think, going to have to still have Carrie's input.
That's my understanding too from that last email.
So we
Totally
don't
up to you guys.
have to
I'm
agree-
game, whatever you want to do.
Well, a couple of things occur. One is we can budget for it. And then we don't necessarily have to sign a contract immediately. And it won't be until July 1st. I think. I mean, did they
Correct.
say they couldn't work on a fiscal year? Or
I
were we
don't
just
think they-
asking them for a quote because we were originally thinking starting January 1st?
I gave them a fiscal year so we could look at how we roll. I don't know how they run. All I know is like when, they kind of look at when we're looking to start and then kind of back up from there to see what other things they need to do for us before they, start to build the program. But I don't think I answered your question that well because I don't think I have the answer.
Okay, and I don't either, so I'm
You wouldn't think that they would require every new firm to start the first of the year.
yeah, I would not.
You would think that it
Oh,
would
no,
be,
definitely not. No.
the anniversary date would be whenever you decided to
Whenever
sign
we
up.
start the
So if you
service.
decide to start July 1st of next year, our year ends June
And,
30th.
and that's when that would
And
make
that would,
sense.
and then we'd be able to budget in, we would know.
There was, and I think Carrie looked into this, there were a couple of other payroll services that were mentioned. One the city used, but we were too small for it. That's my recollection for one. And the other was,
I think we
Yeah, a
looked
lot
at
of-
Kronos and Gusto.
yeah,
And we went with ADP because they had the comprehensive HR services where the other ones didn't. And one
Right.
of the other two just couldn't do us anyway. It was out of the question.
okay.
Have you looked at the contract details, stuff that I highlighted?
I went through it. I saw your notes. Yeah, they were good notes. That's why I didn't want to jump ahead and do anything on this budget because I mean, if you guys want me to stay with doing the payroll, I will. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers and I don't want the budget to fail because of something that,
The budget will fail because
I
of no,
think it will.
the budget won't fail, Carrie, because we're not actually taxing, well, we are, but we're not.
No, the issue is we're not getting $46,000 worth of work out of these people.
That's a question.
We're just not. I mean, I'd rather see that $46,000 go towards the salary of another assistant,
I agree with you.
that would do more than payroll, can help with other tasks in the office.
They also don't have HR.
You read this HR, it's nothing. You can literally Google whatever they're gonna tell you.
Good luck with that.
It's literally just payroll based. It's
Well-
payroll based HR is what I'm reading here.
Well, if Carrie could have that second position in there, and would that help you, Carrie?
Well, we'd be back to where we were.
What?
We'd be back to where we were,
Yeah.
Susan, Deb, and Carrie.
right. I think we got to look at it as, I've been thinking about this, like the third person that we're going to hire certainly has to have certain criteria in my mind. And one of them, I would certainly look for payroll experience, human resource experience of some sort in their background. I mean, that would be ideal. The other option that I've been toying around with is Sharon from the audit company, and I sat down and she mentioned a couple courses that CCV offers. So I looked into those and they do offer a payroll course. So I mean, I am not I would love to take some professional development to help
Yeah.
me with that if we decide not to go forward with this. Somewhere along the line, we have to have some sort of information person that deals with human resources, whether that is me learning about it or someone coming aboard that has that experience.
So after reading the chart in here on that, it's the allocation of responsibilities. Are you feeling less enthusiastic of because of how those are allocated in there?
Yeah, I got, I don't want to say that this isn't a great option, but I don't want to pay 50 grand for something that we're already kind of providing, except for the other bells and whistles that they're saying, So totally up to you, really.
Well, no, but you've got to, so if we say, no, we're not going with this ADP proposal, we
Mhm.
would then need to bump up your third position in your office to full-time.
Okay, yep.
Because that's really the trade-off here, and/or bumping up professional services line or whatever the heck we
That
called
would be
it,
where you'd put the,
which we would have an HR consultant.
and payroll. So that's where it would go, is in more of that 23,000 professional services.
Yeah, so we got to build the money in. It's just which lines we put it in, I think.
Right.
I think if we put it in the extra help for now, if
Yeah.
we have to hire a consultant and we happen to run a little over on that line, then we'll be safe.
I think you're right.
I mean, we're only, the way the labor maths out right now, we're saving $24,000. So 24, obviously, health insurance is another factor of
There'll
that.
be a few other
But
things go with it.
It's not 46, and the only thing about hiring this company is they're gonna do payroll and HR, and they're not gonna greet somebody
No, they're
at the
not.
counter, they're not
Issue a
gonna
dog license.
yeah, they're not gonna fill in when somebody's sick, so I'm all for lightening your load carry, but I don't know if that's necessarily.
Oh,
I don't know if
I'm
this is the
fine
best
with the conversation. We got to look at all
So
angles,
you would be fine if we hired somebody part-time or full-time?
I would be fine with either or, honestly, right at this point.
But we can't talk about this point. We've got to
Right,
talk
I know.
about July 1st.
I think so. Why don't we just go with this so that we're not, here forever, but just bumping up the office salary line to a potential full-time person.
Okay.
And what was your
Write
other
it down.
thing in the professional services? Put a little extra money or something in there for the HR.
Had a little extra in there. So.
So let's start with the office help salary line, which is 5153.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had it at 21, thinking part-time $20 an hour.
What were we paying Deb when she started?
$20 an hour.
Yeah, trying to find. Why can't I find?
So if it's
Okay, so that
$20,
was about the 40,000, okay. And
Yeah.
then
But
30,
she was part-time, right?
30
At 40,000?
no, she
No,
she's been
$20.
full-time.
Okay,
so $20 an hour is about $800. Oh,
okay,
times 50 is about 40,000.
all right.
So if we put 45,000 instead of 21. And,
Agreed.
yeah,
That's kind of my thought.
and then we'll have enough money to hire somebody with some of this. But the other thing, Carrie, maybe where you were talking about some of the classes,
Professional development.
that you might want to do something because,
Yeah.
If you're gonna take a class, see if you can get either Deb or whoever you hire to take it along with you, so at least
Oh,
there's two
she's
of you.
totally, yeah, she definitely wants to too. That's the great thing. Like they are offering some really great aligned courses that I would, love to, and I think Deb would too,
So-
so.
Somewhere in here, do you have money for those education
Yes.
classes? I thought I saw some, but wanna make,
Don't want to be a total pessimist, but you know, if we train our employees to the same level as you, if you happen to get voted out, which we don't want to happen, but
Right.
at least our employees have that same training, you know,
Yeah,
that way.
'cause- exactly. You got to think of all the things that could happen. I do
Yeah.
have a line for training, and I had 1,000 in it. We can up that if you want.
I'm trying to
What's
find,
the line?
yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Come on now.
Professional services.
I found, yeah, let's
Oh,
do
okay.
professional services for a minute.
Whichever one.
3210. It was 23,000 budgeted last year. We just said, yeah, let's do 23 again. But now if we're talking about having an HR consultant piece, maybe, what should that number be?
I don't know what one of those might run. I'm thinking 35. Is that too high?
It's 12,000. Yeah.
Well, a nice collection of what we're assuming is gonna be covered by 23 already.
What's under the 23? What do we,
Auditor was a big part.
Yeah.
okay, all
There's
right,
at
all right.
least a few $1,000 extra, $5,000 extra on that. Right, already.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but did we budget a little extra knowing the second audit was coming?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think we did.
so the 35,
The 35 is,
that was a little strong anyway. We blew it out of the water, but you know.
so instead of 23, which is good. 30, that's only 7,000 for an HR piece for full
Well,
year.
but what do we spend in the 23? The auditors don't charge us.
Auditors are anywhere from 17 to like 19.
So,
somewhere in there.
so
I
if
forget
we
what
have,
it was.
so if we have 30, we've got 10 grand we
10
can
grand.
spend on somebody to help out with HR.
And if we go over a little bit,
We could find another line.
yeah.
And then we should bump up the training line,
Which is-
which Carrie by now has found. because we-
5219.
5219, yes.
5219. Yes,
What professional services going to?
30.
52, town clerk treasurer training. What's the proposal for that?
I don't know. How much is
It's
a class,
1,000
you
now.
think?
Oof.
I don't know what a,
For class.
Like a CCV class?
yeah, I did. They never
Asset
told
time.
me how much it is. It's through CZV.
They're pretty darn reasonable.
But 2,500. If it runs over,
It runs
it
over.
runs over.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
our income for this budget far outweighs our expenditures.
Yeah, I know.
So even though we may come up short, we're not going to be in deficit.
But we
So-
have
That
other
sounds good.
departments that have increased significantly, so
Yeah.
when we get to the bottom line of the percent budget increase, it's gonna be.
Well, we're down a little bit, so. Might be back, we're back up.
I mean, if we put 2,500 in there,
I
then
like 2,500.
Yeah.
So 2,500 for clerk treasurer training.
So, extra bottom lines.
Yeah.
Mary,
New numbers.
you had asked about adding that line for me as well, the training line for me as well.
Yes,
okay.
So.
the same theory. I mean, Bill is asked to do more and more stuff. And where's your training line? You didn't
It'd
have
be a
any?
new one, it'd be, it's toward the end, right about public, I just talked to them about public safety building, but.
Okay, so
Administrative training. Hey, look at that. And it was zero.
you did put that, okay. So
What number are you at?
2,500 for
There's
that?
no number here, it's on the last page, the black line at the moment.
So how much?
You have an idea, Bill?
So there were a couple, UVM offered a couple courses, but they only offered them once, so but they don't have the information on it, so I'll look around, but there's not. I don't really have a good estimate at the moment for.
1,500?
Sure.
Would that cover?
We can start with that.
I would say 25,
25?
because I think Bill and Carrie, between them, they might decide that one of them will take one class to beef up and the other will take the other class. I mean.
Well, they're gonna go over, well, you, no. Okay.
Okay, so there's your new
Admin training.
numbers totals.
Okay. So
14333.
7.
18.
Yep.
And then we're going to have 332.
Okay.
At least we're covered there. I think we've covered everything, you know, because the only plus to hiring a payroll company is they would know changes as payroll things come along. That would be, but if Carrie can find some classes that speak to that, then she's
We're
probably
better off to keep it in-house.
you know, and yeah, and she'll be
Yeah.
she'll be smarter when she gets done, and she'll have more background, more whatever you want to call it, more education. Can't have her have too much smarts.
So I don't think there's anyone who's getting back to us with anything on the general budget, right?
No.
I don't think there is. So are we ready for a vote on the general budget?
I think so.
We'll start with a motion.
Move to approve general budget.
Motion's been made to approve the general budget at 1,433,718. With when all of the revenue is applied, we'll have a surplus of 445,332. And motion seconded. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 5-0.
So before everybody bolts, one thing that I thought Chris was going to bring up, or Ed, or Ted, or somebody, they had a call yesterday, I believe at Sheldon Towers, and the town fire department was trying to use their UHF frequency to communicate with the city, but our town PD uses that to try to talk or listen to other police functions. So it would be in the best interest of public safety that we find out if another radio UHF system can be added to that building. So the PD has their own radios.
Yeah.
They're trying to share
Oh, the
Yeah.
station radio?
station radios. They're
Okay.
trying to share.
We have a VHF radio, which the fire department uses. We have a UHF radio, which the police use, and the heads are split. There are two different rooms. That was
Right.
intentional. Police have a microphone that runs in their office, which works for them to talk on there, but they have to have the volume turned up so they can hear it. But if they turn their volume up, ours adjusts accordingly, and it blows us out of the room. So the Ted and I were talking about that too, and yeah, there probably should be a separate UHF radio in their office just for them.
That's it. And
Yeah,
it does become a safety issue because the town fire department uses their UHF frequency for their rescue operations if they have to. So it is when I took over last February, I was astounded that the PD and the fire department didn't have separate radios, and the concern or the question for CVC is, can two UHF antennas operate in that close proximity without causing hate and discontent? And I don't know.
So that's a not to build into this.
It won't be in the budget, but it
Probably.
is something that we need to come up with some money
yeah.
to do
Yeah.
sooner rather than later.
Okay, so which department's gonna handle it? Is it gonna be police or is it gonna be fire? So
Probably gonna be Bill.
it's probably gonna be Bill.
I have some, I mean, I'll help wherever I can, or do some running, or we just get Chris and Ed together or Chris and Ted together and Bill, and we talk, cause CDC is gonna be the people we gotta go to answer this, because
Mhm.
it may require us to move a new antenna away from the other one. I don't know how they work on Sheldon Towers, because I know there's multiple antennas up
Well,
there.
yeah.
Joey,
Yep,
Joey.
Yeah.
Yep.
I talked to them today, and you cannot put the other antenna on the tower. It's
Okay.
too close to the other one, so their recommendation is there's two ways of doing it. One they don't recommend. The real way they would like to do it is to put a penetration through the roof with a piece of 2-inch conduit
and a weatherhead through the police department because it's a short roof.
Right.
But we'd have to have someone do that. Like, I don't know if Gary would come out of retirement to do it or not, but, and then put their own antenna on their side.
What about the option of putting it on a power pole, or something like that? And then we wouldn't have to go through the roof. We could run the wires in differently because it's just a cable for the coax.
Right. I'm sure it's possible. I didn't ask that.
What was the issue that was going on? You guys were trying to talk to the city at Sheldon? Yeah. And there was a little bit of some crosstalk, but they're trying to listen to it, and they're turning the volume down, but trying to put that. When we changed the channel from state police to city fire in the fire station, their radio changes from state police to city fire, and they no longer listen to city
And it's not a good practice to try to.
So
Was this the first time this has happened?
yes.
So grab a portable radio and talk to the city. Like, I hate to be.
You can't use it inside the building.
No. It won't work.
They don't work in the building.
That we because this is two emergency services, they need separate radios. You can't.
I mean, I got a UHF radio in my truck, and I can talk all around this valley and thing. So I mean, whole fire truck, I'm talking about fire truck.
Well,
yeah.
But
Like, we're talking about 10, 15 grand for something that has happened once.
I just don't like compromising. The town has its own UHF channel.
That doesn't get used, Joey. Like,
They use it. It does. It does.
no, nobody ever remembers to
Okay.
take it off the truck when they went to the mall.
We're not
Like,
gonna-
when I was on the
Well,
department.
anyway,
We're
it's
not
something we
gonna
need to
solve
look
it tonight.
Yeah.
It sounds like we need to look into some options. I cringe at the thought of putting a hole in the brand new roof.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Um,
Come up
so,
with another option.
well, let's look at several options, including doing nothing and, that make your argument and I got it. I'm willing to listen.
The other
But
thing,
we do have a couple of pots of money out there, and since this would involve also the police department, it's,
the other thing I wanted to
Cortina
ask Ed,
funds.
and I didn't, because it didn't
I
come
don't
up
wanna-
tonight, was I wanted to ask Ed, is that our PD has its own frequency.
Yes, they do.
They have their own, so they can talk.
Yeah, they have a separate radio, separate everything.
And it would be to
Digital,
their
isn't it?
best interest to have a radio in their office so they can communicate.
Lynn has one in her office.
Right.
Yeah.
But I
all right.
I don't like to share.
Well,
Right.
I'm not saying no, I'm saying let's look into it a little more and give us some options, and we do have some chunks of money there that could be used, so
Yeah, I don't know what,
let's find out how much.
they're helping with radio, but
Yeah, really.
I just don't like
No,
the
I
sharing
understand.
radios, and I thought that this would have been looked at during the process, but it got missed.
Joey, if we don't stop talking, he's gonna fall asleep. And I don't wanna have to pick him up.
Alright.
All right, any other business? Do we have anything else on our agenda? We did all of the budgets, and I think I'm looking at
Move to adjourn.
motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Hi.
Aye. Thank you all very much. Good bit of work.